I have very normal feelings about this game. Entirely normal and natural and balanced feelings about this game. I freaking love this game. Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream, folks. Hopefully we're doing fantastically well today. Why did I freeze for a second there? I'm Melanie. I'm slightly cold, apparently. And today we're playing some more Galaxy Princess Zorana. I freaking love this game. We need to play more of it. We need to understand what's been going on with it. Good to see you, Wendy. Hopefully you're doing well. Hope you're having a nice weekend. I'm having a nice weekend. I got food delivery, not takeaway food. So I have delicious food. I've just had my dinner. I have a big box of sweets in front of me. I've got some yummy soft drinks, non-sugary. Because, you know, it's not like I'm eating sweets already, you know? But still. Hello, Nucleos. Good to see you too. Yeah, we got some fun today. We've been having a very, very, very successful run of Galaxy Princess Zorana. We currently have 9 votes out of the 16 that have currently been placed, which is looking very good, actually. Feeling very good about this. Very positive. And we are zipping around this map. We are zipping around. We're currently trying to conquer... I say conquer. We're trying to conquer the hero system. And what could possibly go wrong there? Tharkas we've got more or less locked down. I need to do more RP to get Tharkas 1 down. No, it's Hero 1 I need to do more RP. Which I think needs to be musical or something. Now I'm not sure what I can do there. Draug I've done. Yeah, we locked down the hero system, we're laughing. So that's kind of the plan for the next little bit. We see what we can do here. But yeah, things have been going very well. Things have been going very well. Right. Our skill set, we are basically just threatening everybody. So far, nothing has gone wrong. Where's my good threatening outfit? Is it emotion? Is it this one? Yes, it's that one. Yeah, we're just threatening everybody. It's been fantastic. We've been having a lot of fun with it. Budget relations is looking good. Media, science, intrigue, and bureaucracy are the leaders we've currently got. We could do with an economist, but so far I've not seen anything that's like ridiculously critical for economics. Which is kind of interesting. Right, Three Rocks Nestle's quest. Sadly we can't win because we don't have enough skill. It will want me to have musical. Musical requires negative or indulgent moods. We can move to indulgent whenever we want, which is handy. I don't remember if it's before or after the social phase. Let's interact with Majabi. We'll see what we can do. Actually, is this going to be a problem? Nope, no problem. Wonderful. Right, we're going to end the turn here, and... we do have to move. I think in that case... Sorry, we're doing a little bit of save scumming immediately. We're currently excited. What was it I was investing in most recently? Excited's good for domination. Oh, that's what I was doing. I was trying to get points in stuff so that I could do her Popiness's quest. I think I was. Yes, so I was. And then I'm getting distracted by yet another thing. Very fun. What could possibly go wrong? I think I should be good on that front just now. So what other skills help arts? Arts is negative indulgent. I mean, we can get to indulgent fairly easily. It's just 2 steps away. So yeah, let's just save the turn. Let's have a little quick look at Karundi. Maybe she can tell us if there's anything going wrong. Good day to you. Report suggesting multiple threats against your life, of course. Oh wait, and then this makes me cautious. Which Which is fine, it's as far away from indulgent as excited. Oh, but I can go negative from here. Hopefully someone won't try to assassinate me if I'm feeling negative for once. Right, this could be interesting. Right, let's end social turn. We'll go negative, make our list of enemies. And we've not been assassinated. Wonderful. Right, Hero 2 I've done before. Hero 3 I'm not sure of. Hero 4 don't remember. Let's try Hero 2, because I've been to Hero 2 before. I know I can blackmail one person, who's otherwise very cool. But we definitely can get someone onto our side here. Oh yes, we've got the opera, Heart of Ice. An epic tragedy telling the tale of two lovers, a merkin woman and a merrow man. They wish to marry, but a jealous Mao witch comes between them. She sacrifices all of her power to banish the woman to the spirit realm, for as long as the man's heart remembers her. You don't really... I've got no dramatic or musical. You don't care about the plot details. By the end, everyone has died of despair and been frozen for all eternity. Operas are like that. You and... Oh yeah, we had Esmeralda join us! Right, what happens here? Both seats in the same box, though she pays no attention to you. Do you wish to make a speech before the performance? We've got etiquette, arts, rhetoric. Rhetoric's is not bad. Etiquette's better. Arts is terrible. So go for etiquette. We'll praise our father. Which is a success. Emperor Dragocen was a great patron of the arts and one who was deeply committed to honouring the culture and the creations of the Celestial Empire. He was not simply a leader. He was a man of vision. He embodied the values of all who had come before him, and he carried that weight forward. He chose to build and uplift, and what better way than through art? This opera, Heart of Ice, was a particular favourite of his. I regret greatly that he is not here to appreciate this performance, and yet he is still here, through us. Please enjoy. Polite approval. We'll take it. The performance is lavish, the musician is skilled, but it does go on for quite a long time. Careful to keep your back straight and maintain an expression of interest regardless of how you actually feel. We'll take it. Right. We need to put some points into musical. It's going to be questionable just how many we need, but we do need a little bit of musical. Get up to 30. And now we're in Hero 2. We've definitely done this scene before. Lots of space traffic. Perhaps there's some interesting phenomena going within the rings. I think that's just us. Oh yes, Kadar! Overtly inappropriate. She's signaling she doesn't care about the rules of polite behaviour. To react better to a blunt response. Yeah. Why do we bother showing up here? Allure's high. Menace is high. Oh, Menace we can work with. Actually, I'm wearing the wrong outfit for Menace, apparently. I completely forgot I need the emotion outfit rather than the interaction outfit. Actually, I didn't change. Well done. Rhetoric don't care. Will demand respect. You catch her gaze and smile coldly. So you admit that despite all your efforts, you remain utterly insignificant within the realm of imperial politics. Perhaps your appalling manners are hampering your advancement. The sector is small and has been long neglected. All the more reason that it's due a visit to look for signs of weakness or insubordination. An empress must know all of her territory, even down to the least rodent hole. Oh, that's icy. Now beg my forgiveness. Kadar bows her head to you. I hope she'll appreciate that. I apologize for my disrespectful tone, Your Imperial Highness. You tilt your head, allowing her to depart. Attempting a longer conversation with her at this point seems too fraught, but hopefully she'll remember this lesson. You sense her feeling towards you are hostile, right? That bodes well. And here's Chapadoc. We like Chapadoc. Good to see you again. Apparently we met at some point. The first live-action adaptation of a popular comic strip. The premiere was a huge event. Passionate fans flocked in from all across the Empire, just to have costume parties in the streets if they couldn't get in to see the show itself. All across the Empire, including, apparently, Hero 2 and the Moons of Pani. Chapadoc had to travel all the way to Gaudreau? And that was half of 5 of them ago too. She's not that much older than you. Would she even have been an adult at the time? You're not sure you could have managed to arrange a trip halfway across the Empire just to attend a show? At least not until you became the heir. She must be quite a fan. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you properly. Introduce my spouse, Bright Blue Shell. Oh yes, we've definitely seen this. Apparently there's a subtle harmony between Bright Blue Shell's attire and Chapadoc's. They are dressed not to match, but to complement each other and demonstrate a compatible alignment. Certainly Chapadoc's outfit owes more to hero fashions than to Tharkin. Bright Blue Shell greets you quietly and withdraws, apparently preferring to leave the politics to its spouse. That's nothing personal, it's just shy. Please accept my condolences about your father. Thank you. After Kadar's provocations, it's a relief to talk to someone so friendly and polite. However, politeness alone is no guarantee of political support. You need to make a stronger connection. I've never visited this sector before. Are there any sites you would recommend? Please, don't do that. What? No one and nothing in the sector is equipped to entertain an Imperial entourage. It's very kind of you to visit, but you'll be putting a strain on us if you stay. Is that what all the extra space traffic is about? We could menace, but it's a question as whether we need to. And I really don't think we need to. We'll just say we're here to make alliances and that's fine. I'm not intending to be a burden to anyone, I'm not here to play tourist, I'm here to make alliances for the good of the Empire. I'd like to get to know you and your needs and interests, so that we can work together more effectively. But if you prefer to stick to business, then that's fine with me. Thank you for understanding. I look forward to speaking with you in more detail privately later. He smiles and bows to you, and then moves away. You sense her feeling towards you are neutral. Neutral? That's interesting. 2 down, 1 to go. A voice croaks from behind you. Excuse me, sir? Madam? Majesty? Is someone attempting to address you? You're certainly neither a majesty nor a sir. Even madame is incorrect, or madam is incorrect if a more understandable mistake. Whoever is speaking ought to have the courtesy to appear in front of you and address you as your Imperial Highness, or at least your Highness, not call out to you like a child straying in a market. It would be undignified for you to respond to such a clumsy approach. You deserve more respect. You could just ignore the speaker until they get it right. There's certainly no one else here who could possibly be titled Majesty, though. Would it reflect badly on you to fail to reply? We will correct. Oh yes, it's these two weirdos. Sorry, they are a bit of a weirdo, based on the previous run. Your chin raised in a dignified manner, you turn to greet the approaching hero. I think we can skip this for the most part. We've done this before. Yeah, I blackmailed them before, didn't I? Also, a Daver, good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully all's good with you. Oh. Yeah, what about the reception in honor of your regency? There was no reception at the personal ceremony. Very interesting stuff. Yeah, these two have something weird going on here. They've got their little child that may or may not be descended from the previous elector. This information should have been noted for you even in the basic introductory biography. You can't imagine the records being so sloppy for any Tharkin, for example. An empress needs to be informed of names and connections when introduced to people. But here too being so remote and the child's foster parentage being settled outside of the political system, whoever prepared the briefing cards must not have considered the details important enough to pursue. There are no restrictions on clone children within the hero system. Really? That's interesting. No extra cultural taboos or burdensome laws. You've had a vague impression that the practice was less common among the hero than the Merkins or Tharkins, but that may not be accurate. Could one of these two be the young elector's other biological parent? Apparently we don't have enough economics, that's annoying. I could ask about the parentage, which I've done before. I'm going to skip it. We don't strictly need to know right now. That's fine. They drift away. They're leaning negative. Okay, hopefully not really leaning that much negative. Right, if we write in diary, we should be fine. Searching for traps related to be assassinated. I'm going to drop a... Wait, can I drop a quick save here? I will just drop a regular save, that's fine. Let's try being secretive and hope we don't get stabbed. Yep, there we go. The garrote around her neck. I knew it. I freaking knew it. I've got braid and pressure points. Pressure on the neck. You'll lose consciousness in seconds and then you'll die. There's no chance of breaking the cord. You have to counterattack now. Your physical training allows you to make certain calculations by pure instinct. Where your assailant is standing, where the most vulnerable points are, which ones you can reach from your seat, which ones will kill or disable quickly enough. All of that in the moment it takes for you to take your pen and drive it through your unseen attacker's eye sockets and into the brain. Wow! What a graphic description. It's not pleasant, but it means you live another day. Because we survive, we figure out who's responsible, and we get them kicked out. Kadar. Security investigation reveals the assassination attempt was ordered by Kadar, Elector of Wigeb. As there's currently no sitting Emperor, no new electors can be assigned, but Kadar will be declared ineligible to cast a vote and banished from the Heavenly Palace. Her disgrace will be broadcast throughout the Empire. That is metal, isn't it? Since the attempt failed and you're still alive, this will soon become nothing more than another nugget of scandalous gossip. Basically, I like this line, by the way. It's quite clever. It justifies why nobody's like, oh my, I can't believe someone tried to assassinate you. Are you okay? I just hand waves that. Completely hand waves it. Very clever. Just another day in Imperial politics. Well, that was exciting. Right, we stay put. We should be able to interact with both parties here. I need to check my skills, actually. We don't have anything in the way of big guns. Chapadoc's neutral to us. I think I'd like to try and get Chapadoc on side if possible. The other person I don't think I'm going to be able to interact with at all. Lounge in your bedroom, perusing the regular reports, no immediate crisis today. Here's a funny one. There's a rumour that someone saw your father in disguise as a member of the Ascoldian State Opera Company. Even if the Emperor were somehow alive, you can't picture him as a humble musician. Besides, you met the opera company. Also, I wonder about that, because there was quite a whole thing about, ooh, do you want to be in the same box as your father's old concubine? And then nothing really came of it. There was just like, do you try to make conversation with her? And did I skip an option or something? I feel like I might have skipped an option by accident. Oh no, it just went to, do you want to make a speech? I wonder if by being in the same box as her, we averted some crisis. That's interesting. What else? Some shady Starkin company is selling unlicensed fashion dolls that look suspiciously like you. Make a note to get hold of one, just to check the quality. Oh, and a message from Vasily. Well, not really a message, just a picture set of pretty flowers, and a reminder to be kind to yourself. My favourite piece of advice to give people, be kind to yourselves. I say it every single stream. You probably noticed. Those particular flowers are generally associated with sympathy and support, particularly after the loss of a loved one. But, oh, this would have been the Jubilee if your father were still here. You're not that sad about it. Not anymore. But it's kind of Vasily to think about you. Right. What would be worth putting some points into? We could go for double layout and then we get a spaceship related outfits. We're not going to be able to do much in the way of big guns to impress Chapadoc, but I think we just give Chapadoc the economics role. That might not be the worst. What else is important? What else could I use? What have I been neglecting that's glaringly obvious that I should have something? That tenon blade came in really handy, by the way. Dear. I could go layout. I could just put them both into musical immediately. I think I might do musical. We're going to be spending a lot of time in this system though at this rate. I'm going to put them both into musical. We'll get back onto negative and I'll take dramatic next turn. And yes, I'm wearing the wrong outfit. Actually, hold on. While we're here, go to Golden Empress outfit. We need to intimidate people more. Yes. Double musical. Practice level in music. Helpful. You hear the voice before you see the woman. Princess Zorana. Is Mirai? What's she doing here? Greet her politely, demand more respect. Let's greet her politely. What could possibly go wrong? Hello, Esmerai. I didn't realize you were still in the Heavenly Palace. I've been paying my respects in honor of your father. You do remember your father, don't you? Oh god, that kind of... Because it seems like you've forgotten him completely. What are you talking about? We just held a whole opera for him. But what have you done to avenge his death? Have you even found out who was responsible? I tried, but trying isn't good enough. Do better, or I will. She flounces away. Okay, helpful. Right, Chapadoc's neutral, Robe of Ice and Starlight Needle. I think I can get these two on side fairly easily. Kadar... Wait, didn't... Wasn't Kadar the one that tried to assassinate... Yes, Kadar's the one who tried to assassinate me. Oh, that's good. I can just completely ignore her then. That's very helpful. Right, these two are both getting blackmailed. Well, these three, but like 2 sets. Actually, no, these guys are getting blackmailed. Little society. And yes, we get our blackmail option, which is wonderful. Let's blackmail them. Love blackmailing. Blackmailing is so easy, seriously. Private dialogue with Robe of Ice and Starlight Needle. It is time for us to speak plainly. Were we not plain enough before, High Princess? This mate touches Robe of Ice's arm gently, soothing its feathers. Plainness is appreciated. This is more efficient. Exactly. So to save all of us time, I'll get straight to the point. I want you to pledge me your vote in the Imperial election as a formal promise. We do not wish to do this. You do wish it. Because if you do not, I will raise an inquiry about your treatment of your ward, Flashes on Waves. You are taking advantage of your position to exert undue influence on a child, forcing it to accept permanent legal ties to your family while it is underage and lacks the power to object, keeping it isolated and out of sight from anyone who might raise questions about its well-being. Is that why you kept Flashes on Waves away from the reception? So that no one would see that it was unwell in your care? We would never harm our children. It doesn't matter if it's true. It only matters if people believe that it might be. And you've made yourselves look very suspicious. Everyone who met you saw you chittering with fear. They know you have something to hide. So you would lie to win power. What lie? I'm not saying anything that I know is false. As far as I'm concerned, you are abusing your authority. You pretended you have nothing to do with politics, but you're bending the rules to get what you want, just like everyone else. Robe of Ice hangs its head. You can sense the guilt flashing through it. So you're right. It knows that it's done something wrong. Pledge your vote to me, and I'll leave you alone. So you don't care whether or not a child is being hurt, as long as you get your vote? I would hope you have the sense to take better care of your ward, now that you realise the Empire is watching. Do we have a deal? They look at each other. Yes, we will vote for you. Doesn't matter to us. Good. Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? To be like, actually no, tell that. It's not weird, it's just pointing out the hypocrisy that exists in the minds of people who take advantage of children, in whatever form they do. Chapadoc, however, we are going to be quite a bit nicer to. Or at least I'm going to try to be. We're going to try to be nicer to Chapadoc, because I like Chapadoc, she's fun. Let's give her a cabinet position. Private dialogue with Chapadoc and lay out your offer. Doing a lurky, no worries TV, hopefully you enjoy your tidy up. Honestly, I could do with tidying up a little bit myself. My place is still a bit of a mess after the last month. It's fine, it's fine. Good to see you, TV, hope all's good. In exchange for your electoral vote, I'm willing to grant you a role within the Celestial Ministry. You'll be one of my closest advisors, with influence on Imperial policy. Oh. Well, that's extremely generous of you. But I'm not sure it's a good idea. I don't have experience in wider imperial issues. I wouldn't be a very good advisor. And I'm needed here to look after my constituents. I can't abandon them to go traveling with the Heavenly Palace. You could serve your... Oh, yeah. She's gonna refuse here. You could serve your people by bringing their needs to our attention. This sector feels a little neglected. Aren't there resources you could use if we directed them your way? We'd really rather take care of that ourselves. You're not wrong. This is the frontier, in a way. We don't have a lot. But that means our population is mostly made up of people who like being rugged individualists. Suddenly channeling a lot of government aid to this area wouldn't go down well. She does mean that. You're not sure why anyone would object to getting more, but apparently these people would. So while I'm very flattered, I'm afraid I'll have to say no. Thank you. You sense her feelings are leaning positive. Okay, that's good. I don't want to blackmail Chapadoc, because Chapadoc is lovely. She is. She doesn't need to be blackmailed. If we negotiate with her, she's just going to want to go flying and blow stuff up. Because she likes that. Let's just check her voting history. We'll see what's going on. Within the Imperial Division, she is most loyal to the hero, of course. Chapadoc is in favour of placing new, younger people in positions of power over those who may have grown out of touch through too many fivems of service. Chapadoc respects intelligence and finding clever solutions to problems. She can be dismissive of the ill-informed. Rippling Eternity is voting Sarkoni. That's fine, don't care. We're at 10. We're at 10. Oh, this is fantastic. If I get 7 more votes, I am laughing all the way to the polls. How the hell are we going to get those votes? Right, let's go negative. We'll brood somewhere quietly. We're going to get assassinated, aren't we? I'm going to... Yeah, we'll brood. That's fine. Sometimes it's all too much. You find a dark corner far from any observers where you can be quiet and alone. Oh, we're fine! We weren't assassinated. Oh, wonderful. Right. Chapadoc is not going to be easy to bring to our side. If I go to Hero 2, my rival's there right now, or seems to be. And I don't want to be picking up his leavings on Hero 4, so let's go to Hero 3. We'll spend 2 turns here. Good morning, Your Imperial Highness. The committee requests your opinion on a legal matter. Oh, I love these. A rogue geneticist, oh yeah, the rogue geneticist scenario, has been discovered attempting to raise a crop of his own clones. 7 children, all identical copies of themselves and their progenitor. Clone children, by law, must be created with a certain amount of external genes to ensure variation. It's partly for reasons of public health and diversity, and partly because of the thorny identity issues when a person is created to be a replica of another. It's not illegal to be a clone, of course. That would have unfortunate implications for naturally occurring identical twins. The crime is in deliberately creating children this way. The geneticists have been arrested and will not be allowed to retain custody of the children. The Empire will assume responsibility and see that they are assigned new guardians. The question therefore is, should they be brought up together or separately? Are they all the same age? No. The eldest was created alone, the others in batches of 3. The youngest batch are still in their first 5, but the other 4 are old enough for schooling. 7 young children. That's quite a lot to expect any families to take in all at once. The only way to keep them together might be an institution. Triplets are very rare, but not unheard of. It might be possible for a group of 3 to pass as natural children. More than that though, and anyone who saw them would know exactly what they were. With their parent gone, the children are their only family. Would keeping them together be a kindness, or would it only serve the mad scientist's ends? I think I decided before to keep them together. I'm gonna say to keep them together. Those poor children must be going through slow enough. They need each other. They should stay together. I will inform the committee of your opinion. I've received word from the High Pontifex. She is seeking guidance from the gods to determine the most auspicious date for the formal election process. There should be an announcement soon. The election. It's been hanging over your head for so long, but it was always a goal for the future. If the High Pontifex declares that the election should happen right now, could you possibly win it? We've got the best chance out of everyone. Are you prepared? You don't know what's going to happen yet, but it's clear you're running out of time. Right. We've got musical. I could put some points into big guns, but I don't think it's strictly necessary. Let's put the 30 into dramatic. That'll let me get musical a little bit higher, I think. When we know what date the election's on, or when we can't move anyway. Also, we get the Muse's robe outfit. Let's see the Muse's robe. Oh my god, it's adorable. Love the outfits in this game, they're so cute. Excellent. This sector of the hero system is by far the most popular with tourists from across the Empire. Oh, we've never been here before. Another interesting location. Both planets are dominated by ocean, with small land masses whose cities are never too far from a beach, and now support thriving colonies with a focus on pleasure and recreation. Rianok is a warm summer paradise of nodding palms and gentle breezes. Young adults cram themselves into touring ships for whirlwind romance and wild alcohol-fueled parties. The wealthy retire there to sleep in the sun. Kochim attracts a different crowd, with its odd skies that are perpetually gloomy by day and sparkling by night. Bioluminescent organisms are common, and the seas shimmer with strange colours. Are we going to find Cthulhu? I hope so. Ksenia had big plans for a meditative retreat on Kohim to celebrate your graduation from the Yashinka Academy. You and she and Vasily would be staying in an underwater resort with massages and trance induction classes, getting in touch with your soul resonance, that sort of thing. Vasily would rather be relaxing on the Rianok beaches, but Vasily never bothered to make the plans. Of course, the way things are going now, it's not likely we'll be able to keep Ksenia's plan either. Rianok has a larger population, and 2 electors to Kohim's 1. Rianok is actually the only individual colony in the Empire that is assigned 2 electors, and it's not because of the size of the population. It's because too many wealthy and influential nobles wanted to claim the planet for themselves. In the early days of colonization, there were 2 rival capitals on the planet's surface, each attempting to claim the position of official central government. There were raids, assassinations, and even a mass poisoning incident. Oh dear, that's grim. To calm the feud, the Emperor at the time chose to recognize them as 2 separate colonies, allowing them each individual representation. Over time, the 2 political entities have largely merged and interconnected, though the original capitals still maintain a friendly rivalry in sporting competitions. That was a failure though, so there's definitely more to it. Both planets are known for their entertainment options and relaxed lifestyle. Would it be better to emulate that, or to impress them with your own pomp and circumstance? What theme do you want for your reception? Right, which makes the most sense? We've currently got a bonus for arts, a total of 150. Etiquette is 50 on its own, so that's about the same. Colourful and casual is economics. I think we try and go sophisticated and reflective. We've got the bonus on it just now, we should take advantage of it. You're not here on vacation, and you want the soiree to be taken seriously, but you don't want to seem too stuffy either. You instruct the designers to decorate the room like an undersea grotto, all soft blues and shifting patterns of light. Wall hangings muffle the echoes of conversation, leaving the space quiet, except for the gentle echoes of water harp. Even if by perchance some of your guests are inclined to be difficult, this should soothe them into a better mood. However, this does mean that the guests tend to stand and sway like banks of kelp, blocking your path. You slide nimbly between them in search of the electors. Braneka is one of the electors from Rianok, an older Miro woman with a son around your age. You've met her before, when her family was visiting her husband's relatives on Kudrow. Not just visiting. There was some good discussion at the time about whether it would be good for the son's future to attend your boarding school and make connections in the Merkin system. You had to show him around and made some foolish comment about his eyes. It was a 5 of them ago, it doesn't matter. Probably. Wen, short for Wendell, that was his name. You don't see him with Braneka at the moment though. Perhaps he didn't attend. Braneka's husband certainly isn't here. He died about a season ago. Although she's not looking at your direction, the tips of Bruneka's cat-like ears perk up as you draw near. She turns to face you. Well, well, well. Welcome and well met, Your Imperial Highness. I'm so happy to see you. What a lovely party. Thank you. It's a pleasure to see you again as well. How are you and your son doing? Is Wendell here tonight? Oh no, he's not in the best of moods at the moment. I thought it best to leave him at home. The loss of his father must have been difficult for him. Yes, a terrible tragedy for us both. Actually, you don't think she's very sad about it at all. Bruneka reaches up to adjust the pendant hanging around her neck, one sharp fingernail sending it swinging. Wait, it's moving. Those little legs, those pinching claws. That creature is alive! Someone has drilled holes through the arthropod's shell to attach the rings of a golden chain. How long can it last like that? Probably surprisingly long. Crabs are very resilient. Of course, you have suffered your own loss so recently as well. You have my deepest sympathy for the death of your father. The Empire will never be the same without him. There's something odd in the way she looks at you when she says that. Sympathy? Perhaps. But it's more than that. It's the look of someone who thinks she knows your secrets. Oh, we need Grandmaster empathy? Which secrets those might be, you're not sure. Do you expect to have the opportunity to visit our home on Rhiannoch? I suppose that depends on how the negotiations go. You don't really have the time for a beach getaway unless it's necessary to win a vote. Bruneka smiles at you expectantly. She's waiting for you to say something more. We can ask about when, the necklace, the weather. Really? The weather? We're asking about the necklace. It's a very unusual pendant. I designed it myself. She places the palm of her hand under the unfortunate creature's legs, allowing it to stand for a few moments before dropping it back into helpless dangling. Does it ever attack? How long does it last? How long does it last? Do you have to replace the crab often? How long can it survive like that? Oh, a few seasons if I kept it fed. After that, if it's still alive, it will shed its shell and slip away. These little things only last a 5 of them in the wild. Death is inevitable. But all I have to do is go and pick another one. There are always more crabs on the beach. And some of them are tasty. She smiles at you and licks her lips. Is she trying to make a point? You're not a helpless crustacean. You sense her feeling towards you are leaning positive. Okay, that bodes well. You part with Bruneka and go in search of the other Elector from Rhiannoch. When you first encounter him, you think you're seeing double. 2 handsome merkin men dressed in matching floral silk shirts stand together, shoulder to shoulder, their heads bobbing in time to the music. One is the Elector you're seeking, the other is his husband. They're certainly not identical, they're not even related, but they look similar enough that if you only had a description to go on, you could not tell which was which. Even their names are closely aligned, Radomir and Radomil. That coincidence encouraged them to cultivate the resemblance. You wait expectantly until the Elector detaches from his companion and comes over to meet you. Your Imperial Highness, it's really amazing to have you here with us. Oh wait, I'm doing definitely the wrong accent here, aren't I? This should be Surfer Bro, shouldn't it? I can't do a Surfer Bro accent, I refuse. It's like totally an honor. His eyes look odd. Has he taken some kind of chemical? It is my pleasure to be here and meet you. Is this your first time, or have you been to this sector before? Like, in the flesh? I've never had the chance to visit. Oh wow! You know, you've got to come down and, like, see the waves for yourself. We can be your guides and show you all the best games. You didn't come to this sector to play games, but you need his approval, so you smile non-committally. Actually, we might be able to play some sports with him. I do have some sports skill. Have you ever played on a Starfall team? Is he a fan? You haven't taken Ethexi, I can't say the word after all, Ethexi up on her offer to play in the temple yet. You've never been in a serious match, just the safe version, the safe school version. Still, some men enjoy the chance to explain sports to an inexperienced girl. Ooh, right, okay, deception and sports. I've got a little deception, but not much. With sports, that'll average at 40, and it's probably not enough. Deception and allure is only marginally higher. I'm going to quick save. Let's try and pretend. We succeed, hell yes. Well, nothing competitive, but my friends and I have arranged some amateur skirmishes on their property. They own some old fields near enough to the school for transport. Private association rules. Wow, we should get you on the field. That could be a problem, but it's not like you promised anything. After a few more pleasantries, you send him back to his husband, remarking again on their oddly mirrored smiles. You sense that his feeling toward you are leaning negative. Oh, that's helpful. The last elector, the one representing Kochim, takes some time to locate. Not only is she standing off in a corner, but she's facing away from the centre of the room, her feathered wings shielding her face from view. You only point to her at last when her companion heads back into the main body of the party, carrying their empty plates. Perhaps the elector is shy, or her age and health make her wary of crowds. Still, she does not look your way. You'll have to announce yourself. Madam Elector? She turns to face you, bringing with her a wave of sweet scent, as if she had been baking pastries until the sugar infused her very pores. She looks lovely, doesn't she? Her hair and clothing flutter and sparkle. No, it's not her hair. It's insects. Moonflies with glowing wings which crawl freely over her dress and extend their hollow tongues to taste her skin. For a moment, you imagine yourself locked away in your room, lights down low, surrounded by shimmering sprites who will whisper to you and you alone. What the hell is with that image? What the hell? But there's no time now for quiet fantasies. Oh, Your Imperial Majesty. Majesty? That's not your correct title. That style of address is only for the Emperor and Empress. Also, I thought in a previous scene they said, yes, Imperial Majesty is the correct mode of address. Oh well. Is she declaring her allegiance, or is her mind wandering? You're even more beautiful than your pictures. Such perfection. She reaches her trembling hands toward your face. Take a step back, just enough to indicate disapproval. You're not here to be pawed at, especially not by a strange old woman covered in insects. Ah, yes. She lowers her hands. Princess Zorana, my sympathies for your father's passing. I remember my own. She looks away and sighs, a deep huff that shivers the wings of her glowing passengers. For so long you wait and think that they might come back. When they visit your bed, you scold them for making you worry. But then you open your eyes and they are gone. You don't know exactly what she's talking about, but it seems that it's affected her more deeply than your father's loss has affected you. Thank you. You're very kind. Faster than you could have imagined, her mournful expression transforms into a cackling, wrinkled smile. Never too young to get started, are you, eh? Eh? Okay, interesting. We could be family, you know. That's how she came. The union. Mother, a woman's voice calls from behind you. The companion you noticed earlier, apparently the Elector's daughter, returns, carrying a pair of glasses. Ah, my star. See how she shines? The woman steps protectively close to her mother, who pats her shoulder. I'm fine, my dear. The princess and I were just getting to know each other. Did you get the sparkling wine? Ah, what lovely bubbles. You've made your introductions. Perhaps now is the time to retreat. Please, enjoy the reception. I will speak to you again later. The Elector doesn't even seem to hear you, now staring intently into the liquid of her drink. You sense that her feelings towards you are neutral. Interesting. What a weird scenario. Right, I could search for traps, or I could write in the diary. Which is more inclined to help me out? Stealth, body control, spaceship, stealth, environment, engineering. What skills do I think I need? Domination I'm not too worried about. Sports on its own is fine. I don't fancy spending 2 more days on domination. Just to get sports a little higher. I think it should be okay. Body control's kind of alright. Condition... reflexes is fine. I could do with condition being a little higher, actually. Determined, excited. There's no way we can get there anytime soon. Not a chance. Also, am I still wearing the wrong outfit? I'm wearing the wrong outfit, aren't I? Let's go for... Golden Empress. Get that menace up. It's nice to have menace. I'm half tempted to put points into empathy. Get it up to 90 with the outfits. Yeah, I think I might. Let's go cautious. You examine your room in detail, hunting for any hidden traps or monitoring devices. One can never be too careful. Apparently we didn't find any, that's good to know. Right, we stay put. We have more points to spend this turn. Her All Holiness Ethexe, High Pontifex of the Twin Worlds, has made her pronouncement. The Electoral Conclave will convene on turn 35 to begin the formal process of election. Right, okay, that's good to know. The Heavenly Palace will begin station keeping on turn 33 and remain in that position so that the electors can travel to its location. After turn 32, the navigation features will no longer be available, and the palace will remain in its current sector until the election is completed. You will still be able to take social actions on turn 33 and turn 34, but only within that sector. When the conclave has assembled, each candidate will make one final appeal, and then the voting will begin. Votes will be declared and registered openly to all assembled. A candidate must gain the support of at least 17 electors in order to be acclaimed emperor. Any candidate receiving less than 7 votes will be removed from consideration, and voting will continue with the remaining candidates. Well, at this rate, that's going to go very well for me. I'm the only one with 7 or more guaranteed. Electors may abstain from voting if they are unconvinced. If no candidate has secured sufficient support after 2 votes, there will be a recess for the day to continue negotiations. If no candidate is victorious after 3 days, the conclave will be dissolved and a new election cycle will begin. Theoretically, that would mean you have more time to travel and build support. Practically though, a failed candidate will lose credibility. If you don't win now, you probably never will. There's not much time left. You need to decide where to station the Heavenly Palace and make your final push for social position. Right, let's take a little look at that. So we've got to be somewhere in particular on turn 33. I think what we're going to do, we'll interact with at least 2 people this turn on turn 30. Turn 31, we'll go to Hero 1 and we'll try and finish the mission there. Turn 32, we go to Deep Space. Turn 33, we go to Merca. And that lets me do the exercise. Yes, I think that's the plan. So in terms of skills, could put more points into something along the lines of engineering, scouting terrain, sleight of hand hiding. I'm inclined to say go for empathy. More empathy could be very useful. I mean, I think we've more or less got all of the value that we will get out of it, but actually, I feel like we might have used enough empathy. What else could be important? I'm gonna put 1 into musical. I'm gonna put 1 into... Actually, you know what? Double strength. Bit more strength. Right, Berneka's likely to be on side. I'm not worried about her. Radamel... I'm inclined to try and blackmail Radamel. Eve, I'm not sure. Berneka, I'm not sure. Berneka does seem to like me though. Leaning positive. Radamel's leaning negative. And Eve's neutral. Radamel's likely to vote against me. I think it's important to try and lock him down. Let's investigate his background and see if we can find something useful. Radamel and his husband Radomir have been married for 5 months, but as of yet has no children. Neither maintains an official harem. They appear to be content with each other's company. Because of their similar names and appearances, there are wild rumours that Radomir is Radimil's clone, born from stolen genes and raised in secret in a plan to murder and replace him. This is not at all plausible. Radomir had a normal childhood, and the premarital genetic testing would have revealed any such deception. Both men are avid supporters of tourism and sports on Rhiannon. They sponsor teams in multiple disciplines including wave surfing, sandpot and starfall, and routinely take part in hobby matches. Their business holdings include a chain of prestigious beachside resorts and amusement parks. Records indicate an unusually high rate of serious accidents suffered by patrons of those businesses. However, they've all signed waivers stating that they are thrill seekers who know the risks, so there's no criminal liability. It might be possible to make a minor scandal out of one of these accidents, or at least to drum up bad publicity. That's what I was hoping for, chance to do some blackmailing, don't mind if I do. You arrange for a private dialogue with Radomil. Hey there. An Imperial Princess does not say, hey, are you having a beautiful day? Let me get to the point. I know about your businesses, and I know how important tourism is to Rhiannon. And I know that too many of your guests... Oh, we've got a typo! We found a typo! Listen, people did this to me for my visual novel, I get to do this one over here. Too many of your guests have been killed. Guests of your guests of your guests. Okay, so guests of your guests. Wait, is this even a typo? I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a typo. It could be that, like, you have guests and then their guests end up getting injured, which is interesting. Or injured due to your negligence. Just last season, a young Tharkan boy had both his legs crushed by a runner beast your resort let him ride. Hey, like, everyone knows riding can be dangerous. Accidents happen. It's true. Large animals are unpredictable. And every rider knows that the sport is inherently risky. So are the other activities. However, the threshing reports were pointing out that the accident rate was unusually high even for those sports. All the plus ones. Good to see you, Sid. Hopefully you're doing well. Good to see ya. Hope all's good. Something's not right here. He's claiming that it's just an unfortunate accident, but he doesn't seem worried or guilty. If anything, the emotion you're sensing from him is amusement. What exactly is funny about this? I want your vote in the election. Pledge your loyalty to me, and I won't have to speak up about what's been going on in your parks and hotels. 3-day weekend? Oh, that sounds lovely. Do enjoy it. I hope we've got something good going on. I failed economics. Do you know how many times I've tried to have an economics advisor? I'll hold you personally responsible for all those deaths. I'll tell everyone how dangerous it is to stay at your resorts. I'll get you shut down. Yeah, except... you know that won't work. I'm not responsible for anyone getting killed. They did it to themselves. Every single one of them signed the papers saying they knew the risks, and they knew they could die. You know why they did it? Because they wanted to. Because it's more exciting to swing without a safety net. Real blood, real life or death. That's the rush. You want to tell everyone that staying at my resorts is dangerous? That's free advertising. Go ahead. I'm not bluffing. Good. He's not worried. And he's not the least bit ashamed. His shining charm is a thin surface over a black abyss. Anyway, if that's all you wanted, then I guess we're done, so... bye. He closes the connection. You sense this feeling towards you are hostile. I'm not surprised, right? This hasn't gone quite as I wanted to. Do we try attacking his reputation? I think we give it a shot. I've never attacked someone's reputation before. You issue some disapproving statements about the shocking state of affairs in Radomil's entertainment resorts. High society is briefly interested at this apparent weakness, but loses interest once it becomes clear that no laws have been broken. The sufferings of a few unfortunate vacationers are not of much interest in nobility. Well, that didn't quite work out to plan now, did it? I'm inclined to say... let's try negotiating with Berneka. She's leaning positive already. I need the support of my electors in order to formally become Empress. Will you pledge your loyalty to me? Berneka spears an olive on a claw tip, then pops it into her mouth. Why be hasty? The election hasn't arrived yet. Anything could happen by then. I see no need to tie myself down to a position. Anything could happen. Can you think of anything that might happen which would make you want to give me your vote? He chuckles throatily. Perhaps. He raises a single finger. You're familiar with Milan, Elector of Cadro? We've met, yes. She leans forward, a hungry smirk stretching across her face. I dislike him. The reasons don't matter. I want you to take a public position against him. Denounce him, cast him out, stamp him with the imperial seal of disapproval and ruin his day. Do that, and I'll pledge you my vote. I see. I hope to hear from you again soon. She clicks off the connection. She's leaning positive, empathy expert failed. Shit. Right. Milan. Is that someone who's voting for me? It is. So why would I trade someone voting for me for someone else voting for me? I mean, doing so is actually an improvement because it does increase the... It's not the absolute number of votes that it increases for me, but the relative number of votes do as well. Which is tricky. So it's not that it wouldn't be worth it, it's not that I wouldn't benefit from doing it. The question is, do I benefit enough for it to be worth it? And I don't think the answer is yes. If he wasn't on my side, I might do it anyway. This is bad. I was hoping to have more time to move. I was hoping to have a lot more time to move. What turn are we currently on? We're on turn 30. Right, turn 30. So if I stay here another, that's 31. That's 32. That's 33. Or at least that's my thoughts anyway. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna give this person cabinet position. That's a tasty offer. What role? Logothete of Commerce. And that should be fine, because she's working on a resort planet. She'd only be making a lot of money. Rather, she'd only have the influence she does on a resort planet if she was successful in business. So I expect at least 50 points. If I'd had it, I would have been happier. I'll have my climate and dietary preferences forwarded to your household management, so they can prepare for my arrival. I'll be quite busy for a while. Don't worry, I won't need your input. Well, at least you have her vote. 30! Okay, 30's disappointingly low, but it is another vote. I think we potentially review our schedule. Gives us points for interaction and gunnery. Some more etiquette and maybe rhetoric would be good, so I'm inclined to say, yeah, let's go compliant. You visit all of the major palace departments, making sure you know what they and you need to do tomorrow. Right. Is it worth staying for one more turn? Then I go... Wait. 31. Yeah, so you move at the end. So 31... I move to here. 32, I move to here. Yeah. I can secure 2 more votes this way. Yeah, let's go. Let's stay on Hero 3. You hear a chime at your door. Zorana, can I come in? Sure. You open the door and Ksenia bounds through, sweeping you up in a hug for hello. Hello, Moonshine. How are you holding up? Are you excited about the election? I wouldn't say excited. Worried, maybe, but I'll do my best. Of course you will. You're the princess. This is your destiny. Would you like me to throw the stones for you? See what fortune has planned? You're not a priestess. It's not an official ritual. It's something I've been working on for myself. I was reading a book about the Novan superstitions, and I thought that would be appropriate for looking into your future, particularly. I picked out all the rocks myself. I even special ordered some all the way from Crystal Nova. At least, they're supposed to be. No one would dare cheat a member of the Imperial Cabinet, right? We don't have any spirituality points. Oh, God. I'll be interested to try a run where we immediately go the faith route. Like, we immediately get our religious advisor on side. That could be interesting. Let's let her try. Alright, let's see what your stones say. Great. She brings out a patterned silk handkerchief and a velvet pouch filled with small rocks and crystals. The handkerchief is spread out on the floor, and then she shakes the rocks between her cupped hands, whispering to herself, and scatters them onto the pattern. Ah, that's funny. What does it say? I asked the stones about your big challenge. I was expecting to get something about winning or losing, but this came out all complicated. Like, there's a big shadowy presence connected to a bunch of points, like a tiny conspiracy controlling everything behind the scenes. Hidden forces, secrets, lies. This would be really interesting if I had any idea what it meant. Well, the Electoral Conclave is a small group of people with connections that are going to control the fate of the entire Empire. That's true. Still, if this omen says anything, it says that there's something you don't know which will have a big impact on your destiny. You could say that about anyone. You sit on the edge of your bed. Do you think you'll be too busy to hang out once you're Empress? I don't know. I might have more free time than I do right now if I don't have to study so hard. You'll be expected to marry, for an alliance, and to secure the succession. Wants to talk about romance? Is this your chance? I could marry Vasily. Oh dear. I intend to wait, because we asked her who she wanted to marry, and it was basically just like, yeah, this is going to be tough. I intend to wait. I'm sure I'll marry someday, but I'm not in a hurry. I need to be sure I'm picking the very best option, because I can't change my mind once I'm married. Not without a good poison, anyway. Ksenia! Ah, you know what happens. That's the delicious danger of love. Someone so close to you who knows all your real weaknesses and just the right place to stab you through the heart. I'm worried about Ksenia. I'm worried about Ksenia. You wonder if you should worry about her future relationships. She's so dangerous. Am I just attracted to red flags or something? I think I'm just attracted to red flags. Oh my god. Okay. I think we're putting points to rhetoric. I'm gonna just double down on etiquette. Or maybe rhetoric? Double rhetoric? Get up to 60? Yeah, do it. Practice level rhetoric. Right, that should be helpful. Right, Radamil we're not going to be able to do anything with. Eve, however, we can work with. We've got 4 points to spend on her today. Let's spend them. Investigate background. Eve has held this position for more cycles than you can properly comprehend, and has watched many leaders come and go. In her youth, she was highly regarded as a hostess of exquisite manners and taste, fond of displaying her collections of flowers, living insects, and jewellery. Eve has never been outspoken in politics about anything other than the well-being of the Kochim colony, and was generally considered a spiritual woman and a voice of wisdom. Since the death of her wife 2 fathoms past, she's become increasingly eccentric and withdrawn. She shares a home with her adult daughter, Star, who is unmarried, unattached, and appears to have no social life or interests outside of her supporting her mother. There are rumours that Eve is no longer mentally competent to perform her duties, and that is her daughter, her carer, who is truly in control. Other theories suggest that Star has been held under her mother's thumb for so long she has no will of her own. She's never officially been declared heir. The Elector does have another child, an adult son named Fire. He too has never married despite his rank and age. Unlike his sister, he travels more widely and is rarely in residence on Kochim. If the nobility decides that Eve is unable to maintain her position, they might be forced to stand down. It would be a scandal. However, if her thinking is that badly damaged, will she understand the risk and be able to make decisions? Option to blackmail. I feel like this opportunity to blackmail might even work. It'd be a shame to have to resort to it, though. I don't know, call me a sucker for charming old women. Not older women, old women. Just remember my granny. Let's try and negotiate. Let's see if she's got anything that she wants to actually say. Private conversation with Eve. I need the support of my electors in order to formally become Empress. Will you pledge your loyalty to me? Oh, that's very simple, my dear. I know exactly what I want from such a sweet flower. Grandchild. Oh, god damn it! She rubbed her wrinkled hands together. I want beautiful babies in plush imperial cradles. Marry my son, and you'll have my vote. What about your daughter? Her son Fire? You never met him. Is he even in this sector? He wasn't at the reception. Does he agree to this? I don't like the idea of asking, does he agree to this? I assume that she's just making the decisions herself. Does he agree to this? Fire's a good son. He just hasn't had a reason to settle down. He'll understand our values. May I speak with him? Oh, he's probably busy somewhere. Which sector? Was it the sandstorm or the forest? He does love to travel. I'm sure he left me a message somewhere. That certainly doesn't sound like she's discussed the subject with him. Fire's an adult, isn't he? He has the right to make his own decisions. I can't make promises to him without him being there to accept them. But you agree that if he is willing, you will marry him in exchange for my vote? She's eager for this match. That isn't surprising. It's a priceless opportunity for her family. Many noble couples are engaged without ever having met. That's politics. On the other hand, it's also your life and a permanent commitment. You don't even know what her son looks like. Are you willing to pledge yourself blindly? I do have etiquette. Right, I should have put the points into etiquette after all, shouldn't I? Right, I withdraw my statements about my bleeding heart for little old ladies. I forgot that they can be catty, manipulative, and evil as well. I need to talk to him first. Madam Elector, you and I are both obliged to make choices for the greater good of ourselves, our families, and our empire. In our positions, personal feelings must sometimes be set aside. However, your son has until now enjoyed the privilege of living free of such expectations. Eve said he hadn't had a reason to settle down, which probably means he's enjoying himself with casual affairs or a harem rather than looking for a wife. He's certainly not deeply involved in local politics, or he would have been present at the reception. I believe it would be better for both of us not to feel compelled to agree to a permanent commitment before we've even spoken to each other. Tell him it's a possibility if both he and I agree. Give us a chance to reach that decision together. He listens to your calm, sensible words, and then cackles with laughter. Yes, you'll be very lucky, but perhaps it's better to let him see that. Make him chase you a bit. That wasn't quite what you were trying to say, but at least it's amused her rather than offending her. I will speak to my son and have him contact you soon. Thank you. She closes the connection. You sense her feeling towards you are neutral. Right, okay. We've managed to dodge a bit of a bullet. We can nip this entire quest in the bud if we just blackmail her. But something gives me the impression that she's not going to be the one to blink first. I'm inclined to say we blackmail her. We blackmail. I came to the sector in order to secure... This must be the weirdest conversation after the previous one. In order to secure votes for my election. It is in your best interest to pledge your vote to me now, without further bargaining. And why is that? Because you're an old woman, and your mind is wandering. Sometimes you're clear and in the moment, and other times you talk to ghosts who are long gone. I have recordings from your visit to the Heavenly Palace. I can show that you did not know who I was. Of course I know who you are. I always know who you are. You rely on your daughter to guide you because your mind is failing. If I make it public, you'll be forced to stand down. If you pledge your vote to me now, then you will have time to choose your heir and make arrangements before you retire. She lets out a wheezing breath. There's your father. Ruthless. It is too late for me, isn't it? It was too late long ago. You have my vote, your Imperial Majesty. May Fortune's swords protect you. I feel like she's gonna try and murder me. She's gonna try and murder me, isn't she? She's not happy, but that doesn't matter. You've won your point. Right, we got 2 votes here. Pissed off one of them. This is fine. Right. Do I want to move towards indulgent? Arts and emotion? Or do I want to wait so that I can put points into... I mean, I just had them right here. Yeah, I'm going to move, then I'm going to get points. So if I move... we can move to indulgent, or I could move up to social, which is interaction and illusion. Emotion. Sorry, I can't speak. Yeah, I think let's talk with my pet, my Jabby. Ah, right. Radamil has pledged his vote to Lukamir. Unsurprising. We've got 12. He's got 5. Triconi has 4. 8 unpledged. Let's see. If Triconi can't get at least 7 votes, then he's going to get discounted. His votes will be split up elsewise. Zolot would vote for me, I'm fairly sure. Exil would not. Krovos would. Rippling Eternity, there's no point. I need to get to Merca. I need to get to Merca ASAP. Oh god! This event's still happening? You have an incoming message request from Fire, son of Eve, Elixir of Cochin, your prospective consort. You better handle this now so you can get on with other things. Good evening, Your Imperial Highness. I hope I'm not interrupting. Fire lives up to his name, a colourful and vibrant man. Old enough to be your father, but still energetic. He does not greatly resemble his mother, nor does he look the type who would prefer Coacham over Rhiannoch. Not at all. I'm very pleased to meet, well, to speak with you. It's alright. I've never been to a match meet before either. Really? He's never been involved in any sort of marriage arrangements at all, at his age? Or is he just saying that to try and sound more relatable to you, young and inexperienced as you are? Even if his empathy's too low, even if his mothers had no interest in making arrangements for their children. When they were young, someone of his age and social class must have had offers and opportunities. To avoid them all completely and never even go as far as a match meet would suggest that Fire was totally opposed to marriage for some reason. And yet here he is. Let's be suspicious. You never considered marrying before? Why not? Ah, well. He runs a hand through his hair and laughs. Marriage is about cementing ties between families, building alliances. Mother is the head of the family, and she's never named an official heir. She has all the status and the power. I've never pursued marriage because Mother has never approved of any possible wife. But she does approve of me. Of course, what mother wouldn't? But we're not here to discuss my mother's opinion. We're here to get to know each other a little better. I suppose I should begin by telling you a little about myself. I spent most of my childhood in a boarding school in Andro. Very strict, very traditional. I didn't love the school, but I did love the planet. I still have a summer home there. My school was on Cadro. You wouldn't have attended my old school anyway. It was a very traditional, male-only academy. I enjoy hunting, nature walks, and sky watching. I keep a pet gaze hound named Salubi. I broke several bones as a child, but otherwise I've enjoyed good health. What else would you like to know? What do you want to know? You don't have time to develop a relationship. You need to make up your mind quickly about whether you're willing to marry him or not. Did you know my parents? There's a good question. Did you know my parents? Not personally. I was never of a rank to interact directly with Emperor Dragosin. I spoke to him once at a reception, but that was in a group. I said hello and bowed, that's about all. I remember the wedding, of course. I was at Scholarium completing my degree, and the entire campus shut down for 3 nights. It seemed like all life across the Twin Worlds was on hold. There were parties in the streets, dances under the stars, an enormous screen set up in every village square so that all the Empire could watch the ceremony as it happened. You've seen the recordings, but you were of course not born at that point. When I went home for the holidays, I found that Mother had made a collection of wedding memorabilia and little china figurines of the new Empress consort. My man thought they were vulgar trash. I think she accidentally broke one. I'm sorry, it was a long time ago. I never spoke to your mother, but I always heard how beautiful, how wise, and how generous she was. She gave her life in service to her people, except we know the truth, or part of it. Did she actually give her life? She sacrificed some part of herself to marry the Emperor, but then she supposedly faked her own death and fled. At least that's the most recent story you've heard. Who knows what's true anymore? And now her place falls to you. That is why my family wishes to support you in your bid to become Empress. Not just for your father's memory, but for your mother's. That's flattery, obviously, but there's also some truth in it. You can't talk all night. You do have other responsibilities to tend to. For the moment, you need to make your decision. Will you marry Fire in exchange for Eve's vote? We already have Eve's vote. We're fine. Reject. Thank you for making the time to speak with me. But I don't think we're a good match. You take so long to reply that you wonder if something's gone wrong with the connection. I see. Don't worry. I'm not mad at you. Oh, this is a lot to deal with at your age, isn't it? I don't blame you. Mother might not take it so well, though. Good night to you, and good luck. He closes the connection, and you wonder if you misjudged him. Oh well. It's too late to take it back now. Right, so we will go social. We don't get assassinated at a social event, thank goodness. Right. Wait. I don't think I have enough time. The mill who ran out of time. Yeah, we've run out of time. I wanted to drop in on Hero 2 to lock down that quest because it was going to be fun, but I don't have time to do that and then go to Merca 1 after. And I need to go to Merca 1. Tragic. I wanted to do the RP event. That was cute. Right, we jump to deep space, then we go to Merca 1. We're going to be fine. Probably. A message from Vasily, sending you his best wishes and encouragement for the upcoming election, as well as his hope to see you soon. You probably will, whichever way fortune slices. If you win, of course you'll invite your friends to the coronation. If you lose, well, you might need some friendly support. You wonder what Vasily would have done if he'd found himself in your situation, with unexpected responsibilities suddenly having dropped into his lap. Would he have charmed his way to victory, or stepped back and let the other potential heirs fight for the prize? It sounds so much easier when you put it like that. You, however, have studying to do. Right. Double down on etiquette. You could have used it a little bit ago. Well worth investing in. Graduate level. Everyone here is already on side. I think it's worth doing an Empire-wise public opinion check. The public believes you represent change, throwing out the old guard, getting rid of traditions that you don't find useful, a fresh start, which I believe is a good thing. Thank you. Every decision makes a difference. Right, that's interesting. We'll do a full survey of the Empire. We've not met all the electors. Unfortunately, we couldn't get to Hero 4. How are people thinking about me? Zolot would vote for me. If Pexi likes me, oh, that's helpful. Krovos would vote for me, so I think I can get 3 votes as long as I get there. Merca 2 is already voting against me, that's fine. Rejd is currently voting for Lukomir, which is a tragedy. Oh no! Oh, we got rid of it. That's annoying. I was wanting to count up how many points I had. There's no point checking with Karundi. I don't mind surveying. Ah, this is fine. I can just scroll up. That's fine. Right, so Ethexe I can get on side. Zolot I can get on side. Krovos I can get on side. That's fine. We got 3. Rejd I don't think we'll have any luck with, but nice to have him as another option. Olekko's voting for me. One Bite's voting for me, though he's not happy about it. 3 Rocks Lessled, he won't vote for me. Chapadok might vote for me. Hero 4, I've got no idea. I'm pretty sure I can get 3 more votes in the second round of voting. How many am I at with that considered? I'm at 16, aren't I? No, I'm at 15. I just need 2 more votes. The votes pledged to Sarkoni Those 3 votes I can account for. Wait. Ixel won't vote for me. I'm pretty sure Ixel hates my guts. Ixel... Okay, she doesn't hate my guts, but she could come around. Or I could convince her to, by which I mean blackmail her. The vote's pledged to Lukamir. Lukamir is more likely to stay on. He's voting for himself. Morel. Oh, Morel. Morel, I'd love to have you on my side. Oberod. I don't think it's going to vote for me, and Radamil hates me. Who's Oberod? I've not met him yet. Right, okay. Okay. I think we're actually looking pretty good. I think we'll win. After the second round, maybe on day 2 if it comes to it. Stoyan's decided he doesn't like me very much. That's marginally concerning. Anything else I need to do? Let's check with Gorundi. Multiple threats against your life. Why am I not surprised? That makes me cautious. Oh, I shouldn't do that, actually. We know it's going to be that. Do I want to denounce anyone? If I denounce someone, it means that their allies will hate them. So it depends on who's voting for whom. Let's check the survey again. Kadar's out. Who's allied to people that I don't give a crap about? Who's allied to people I don't give a crap about? Ixel. We don't know who she's allied to. I don't want to piss off Ethexe, Krovos, or Vat. No, Vator's unfair. I think we're fine. I think I'm overthinking things. Let's go. Is it worth going dancing? I'd like condition. Yeah, let's go dancing. We'll get my condition up. Wait, this is the final navigation phase? Oh, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Calm, Melanie, calm yourself. We're going to Merca 1. I thought we were a move behind. I thought I'd completely ran out of time. That would have been annoying. I mean, we'd just have to redo the last like 10 minutes or so, but it's fine. Appropriately, we're in the capital for this. Good morning, Your Imperial Highness. We've reached our stable destination and broadcast our position to all electors so that we arrange transport to the Heavenly Palace for the upcoming election. The distance, of course, is shorter for some than for others. I look forward to seeing them. Is that all? No. The committee requests your opinion on a matter of commerce. A border station near Tharkin Space, one that facilitates trade with both the Cook and the Novans, has requested a consultation on the subject of processing fees. They wish to be able to scale the fees for clearing goods based on how many warp gates the goods have travelled through before reaching the border. Each jump between origin point and destination adds increased risk of tampering, smuggling and theft, therefore requiring extra scrutiny. More jumps means more opportunities, but not necessarily more risk. If local goods are known to get fewer checks, that would make them an appealing target for the black market, but depend on the strength of Tharkin security. Fees based on travel distance would mean a competitive advantage to Tharkin-produced goods, at least through this border. Already natural cost increases in fuel and haulage for goods that can travel longer distances. Adding artificial barriers could change shipping patterns. So yeah. Ooh, all scrutiny should be equal. I don't think I had that option before. All Imperial goods should be equal. I mean... all scrutiny should be equal. All cargo should undergo the same level of checks. If those checks aren't good enough to find problems, then the border staff require increased training. We can't increase security by deliberately making some goods less secure. I will inform the committee of your position. Only 2 turns remain before the election begins. Right. Let's put 2 points into strength. Well, first of all, we will make a new save. 2 points into strength. Gets us up to 50. I think we're in a good position to actually do the sports game now. think we're in a very good position for that. Ethexi. I think we need to deal with you. We will do your personal quest. She likes me as well, which is very helpful. Star Pool matches are held regularly. We're gonna do it this time, I swear! We've tried this so many times. We got killed on this in one run. You have Her All Holiness's dispensation, but you'll still need to call ahead and make several arrangements. You'll only be able to attempt this once. This sport is dangerous, and a ritual match even more so. The temple players don't wear helmets. If you're struck in the head, you could be killed instantly. Are you sure you're ready to do this? Yes, let's play. Bring it on. The Heavenly Palace Labs can give you a shot of something to boost your speed for the match. Some people might consider that cheating, but haven't been officially given any rules on the subject. For all you know, the temple players are regularly high on smoke. Still, there might be side effects. Do we take the speed booster? That's for reflexes. I don't think we need it. Just in case we get into trouble for doping. Tonight's match represents a symbolic conflict between two deities as they clash over dominance in the Mercan pantheon, demonstrating the influence they will hold over the twin worlds for the cycle to come. This match pits Merzana, goddess of poison, ice, and wild plants, versus Kazor, god of song, construction, and the hunt. The chosen deity does not affect the team's equipment or the game rules, only the colours that the teams wear. The star will not be poisoned. Which deity do you choose to play for? Let's go for Merzana. You put on a black bodysuit and wind yourself with green and silver ribbons. The rest of your team does not bother to strike up conversation, with you or with each other. Their faces are expressionless behind the patterns of paint. You've had no time to train with these people. You don't know how they play. Are they just going to ignore you on the field? Looks like, team or no team, you may be on your own. You came here to impress the High Pontifex with your devotion in order to win her vote. What's your primary objective in this match? Team's victory! In order to show that you have the favour of the gods, you need to win. That's the whole point of these ritual sports, isn't it? So where can you make the most impact? Right. Generally, a rusher charges towards any midfield enemy holding a star to tackle them and make them drop it, or at least force them to throw without the time to aim. It's an extremely energetic position that calls for a strong, fast athlete. We're good for rushing. While good rushers are an important part of a team's strategy, they don't score points directly, and the players are usually less popular because of it. If you want to earn glory, this might not be the best position. Shoot. A disruptor tries to intercept the enemy pass by knocking the star out of the air or blocking it from reaching its targets. This requires a lot of jumping, long arms, and luck. We've got reflexes, we don't have tumbling though. Disruptors are players most likely to make physical contact with a still flying star in order to steal it from the other team. It's rare for everything to line up just right to make that possible, but when it does, it makes for a highly dramatic replay. This makes Disruptor the best position for seeking personal glory, but the risks are also obvious. A receiver tries to keep their distance from other players so that they can pick up the star if it's thrown in their direction. This requires quick judgment to take advantage of opportunities, and a good throwing arm to move the star along. Receivers are usually the ones to make the final throw to score a point, which make them look good. You're sure you can throw well enough to hit the target if given the chance, so this might help you stand out in the High Pontifex's eyes. Ooh. Receivers also have the chance to be hit by a falling star, since the spear might be thrown directly at them. But a receiver standing still and getting pierced doesn't look nearly as dramatic as a disruptor leaping for it. Which roll will you attempt? Right. We are going to save, because this is kind of critical here. We're going to play as a receiver. I would like to play as a rusher. We're well suited to be a rusher, but we'll go for a receiver. You stake out a patch of territory on the side of the field near your target goal. There's a lot of dancing around as players from the enemy team try to get close enough to block anything sent your direction, and you attempt to avoid them. Still, it doesn't seem like your team has much interest in passing the star your way. They don't know or trust you. You're not going to be the top choice to pin a strategy on. You try to tap into the spirit of the game, howling in excitement when your team makes a move, screaming in the faces of the enemy to taunt them or scare them away, jumping around and yelling, "I'm open!" whenever a star is on the move. There's nothing like sports to bring people together. They will acknowledge you. At last you hear a shout and see a star winging your direction. This is your chance. Let it hit me. I only have 50 in domination. That's going to average out to being, what, like 16? We wait for it to hit the ground. You want to win the match, but you don't want to be skewered. You watch the trajectory, trying to judge where the star will land. The spear slams into the ground right in front of your feet like a gift from the heavens. You snatch it up and pivot to take aim at the goal, aware that enemy rushers are heading straight for you. This is your big chance. No! No! We missed it on spirituality! Oh. Sports and spirituality. We had the 50, that's practice. Ah, right. Okay, I've been neglecting spirituality for far too long. That's tragic. I don't think I needed the strength that run at all, actually, did I? If we start this again, I'll maybe do sports again. One of your teammates and enemy goalie race each other to see if you can get there first. You don't quite see what happens, though, because another typo, missing an E. At that point, an enemy rusher knocks you off your feet. The rest of the game is a blur of chaos and excitement, but in the end, your team wins! You need to arrange another meeting with the High Pontifex in order to find out what she thinks of your performance. She's positive towards me, we won, and my efforts helped. Hopefully. Let's see what she has to say, and if not, we re-roll. You submerge the crest for an audience with the High Pontifex. At last, you're granted permission, and travel to the surface of Kidro and enter the Basilica of Shadows. You're guided to a small chamber where you wait for your private audience. The wait feels longer this time. You can hear faint rhythmic tapping, we've heard that before, in the walls. It's very quiet, but with nothing else to concentrate on, it's relentless. At last, Her All Holiness is ushered inside by a silent priest. Strength be with you, and also with you. I've considered your petition and your actions. The gods have smiled upon you, Princess Zorana. I will grant you my guidance and join your celestial ministry. Hell yes, that's a vote! Please call on me whenever you are in need of advice relating to spiritual matters. Thank you. Considering her role as the head of Merkin religion, the High Pontifex cannot take up a permanent residence within the Heavenly Palace, but her influence will be felt far and wide. And as long as I'm here, she gives me 75 spirituality. Wonderful. She's on side. We've got her votes. I don't need anything else, actually. I just need to not die for a little while. Oh, that couldn't have gone much better, actually. Is it worth looking into someone to denounce? Is it worth looking into someone to denounce? We can denounce people that are... Wait, can we denounce people who are nearby or further away? We can denounce anyone. Okay, that's good. As long as we've met them, we can denounce them. And that might be worth doing depending on who their allies are. Radamel, who are you allied to? We don't know. And I'm not going to be able to find out. Ixel, who are you allied to? We don't know. Right, hold on. Ixel is the only person here who I might want to denounce, categorically. Let's explore her social network and see who she's friends with. She's allied with Erlotti and Vater. Right, that's annoying. Vater's on side, but he could always switch. Krovos, Morel, Lorcas, Sola, and Cinepart are enemies. I think we can fairly easily get rid of her. Give it a shot. Looks like we're a daredevil just now. We could play some paddleball. Condition domination. We could visit guard training, but that's probably a terrible idea. Get ourselves killed doing that. But then maybe we should try and get ourselves... Maybe we should try and get ourselves assassin... I can't believe I'm trying to say this. Maybe we should court an assassination attempt. You slip into the barracks of the Imperial Guard and watch them as they train and spar with each other. In a way, you're their leader. When one of them beckons you into the ring for an informal duel, you are honor-bound to accept. To submission. Challenge has the choice of weapons. The sword fight is usually performed with long swords, but some prefer just to use their hands and feet. We're in trouble because I have no such weapon skill at all. I've got 10 points in blade, but that was not good enough. We'll go for swords just because I have some points in it. Bring me a sword. Sabers are mostly used for ceremonial purposes, but any trained guard is expected to know how to defend or kill with one when necessary. Yeah, no, this is fine, Adaver. If we die, we just reload. Although we did reload quite a little while ago, now I think about it. Unfortunately, I have no experience with handling long blades like this. You'd be more comfortable with a little knife or dagger, but they're wrong for a duel. You hold the sword awkwardly and hope you don't embarrass yourself too much. A few taps of his blade against yours and you can concede with honour. Faster than you expect, your opponent moves, but he's not aiming a blow at your sword. He's lunging right at you. You fumble with the sword, trying to figure out how to block, but it's too late. Edge. Right, okay, maybe let's try bare-handed, even though we've got no chance. You know nothing about how to fight other than what you've seen in dramas. Still, you're a princess. He's going to be too afraid to hit you too hard. You can dance around a little bit, throw a few punches, and then yield when you've had enough. You bounce on your feet, shaking your fists like you're beating an invisible drum in front of you. You don't even see his foot move before the impact snaps your neck. Well, we got another death animation at least. Yeah, this isn't going to work. Okay. Right. I was right in my instincts not to go guard training. Terrible idea. Let's play some paddleball. There we go. No one tries to kill us when we're playing paddleball. Lovely. Not long now. Already electors and their retinues are beginning to arrive in the Heavenly Palace. The halls are filled with strangers. Soon your fate will be in their hands. You haven't received any more messages from your brother. If you win the election, you'll be free to open communications with him and even give him the crystal he's so concerned with, if you so desire. If you lose though, your options are fewer. He did give you a contact method and a promise of help. You might be able to steal the gem and smuggle yourself out of the Empire and into Novan space, but it would be a one-way trip. Vushkot thought Excel was worth it. Will you? Of course, if you succeed, you won't need to make that choice. Very interesting. Very interesting. Right, is it worth... Problem is, I'm not sure what's worth investing in right now. Like, we don't need to worry about anything. We've got like one more turn that we can do something with. Just one more turn. Is there anything that's worth investing in, like, at all? I'm going to... Nothing's really jumping out is the problem. Like, I don't have any particular goal. Like, I don't even have anything that I need to do with this turn. We've done everything. We're just waiting. I could get a condition outfit. That could be fun. You know what? We'll get another outfit. Why not? We'll go tumbling. The condition outfit. Let's put it on. Oh, it's like a dancing leotard kind of thing. That's fun. I'm not going to put the outfit on though. I just wanted to see what it was. We'll keep this outfit on. It's very regal. The increased population of the Heavenly Palace requires you to take more precautions in your everyday life. You don't yet have your own shadow, of course, but you do need to be accompanied by at least one guard whenever you're in a public space. Right now you're just trying to stretch your legs a bit and clear your head, but even going on a little walk through the palace hallways keeps bringing you past stranger after stranger. It's your sense of propriety that causes you to take notice of the young Pharaoh woman lingering in the hall ahead. She doesn't look lost or out of place, nothing that would draw anyone's attention or desire to help. She looks bored, as if she's waiting with diminishing patience for a missing friend to appear. The problem is, it's a very strange place to wait for a friend, especially at this time of day. The nearest quarters belong to people who are working this shift and won't be back for hours. Something's not right. Avoid her, she's an assassin, she'll put a dagger in my guts. Also, Chibi! Good to see you, Chibi! Welcome, raiders, hopefully you're doing well. You've came at a very auspicious time. We're about to have the election for us to, hopefully, become Empress of the Galaxy. Well, not the Galaxy, the Empire! Still, it's gonna be good. Very good timing. Also, welcome Raiders. For those of you who may be unfamiliar with me, I am Melanie. I am a mad scientist. I am enjoying playing Space Princess Zorana, which is wonderful fun. Little kind of survival-y, mystery, RPG-like visual novel. It does so much fun stuff that I enjoy. Hello Fueo, by the way, good to see ya. Hello Fueo. But yes, it is, it's very fun. It's very fun. Also, actually, is this a good time to... Is this a good time to take a little bit of a break? I mean, not a little break. Not a break. We're not going away. But, this is probably as good a time as any. I have an announcement to make. I did mention briefly during the last stream, but yeah, if you cast your minds back to a month ago, just over a month ago now, or just under a month ago now, we started work on the Game Jam. And we actually finished a game in 2 months. It was lovely. It was fun. Thank you everyone for playing and checking it out, and for all the generous people who've donated to the cause. But yes, announcement. We're doing it again. I did say I was going to do it again, but I'm here to announce that we're going to be doing it sooner than expected, actually, because I'm addicted. Yeah, we're doing the whole thing again, hopefully with less broken ankle this time. Well, not broken ankle, but like sprained ankle. Yeah, we're doing it again. So the plan this time, it's very similar to the previous run. We are going to be doing it for 2 weeks. We're going to be starting on the 7th of December. We're starting on the 7th of December. Why am I doing this to myself during December? It's so busy. December's always busy. Well, it's going to be relatively chill for me this year. We'll see. But yes, we're going to be spending December doing this. We're going to be starting a week tomorrow, the 7th of December, and we're going to be finishing on the 20th. The 20th will be the last day for dev work, and the game will be released before Christmas. Game dev work will be finished on the 20th, the night of the 20th. That is 2 weeks today. And then it'll probably take a day or two to like have some playtesting done, figure out some bugs, and then we'll release it on or before Christmas. So that's the plan. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to be streaming every single day. Almost all of the progress will be streamed, and I'm going to be working at the same time. So that's going to be very fun. I'm not going to have any days off due to injury to help me this time. What type of game? We're still going to be doing broadly visual novel. We're going to be using Renpai's our engine, but we are going to be changing things up quite a bit. We're not going to be primarily making a visual novel game. I want it to be more mechanical. I would also like to give it some online capabilities. I want it to be to some degree online. Whether it's multiplayer or whether it's just like a server that it interacts with, or maybe just like you can send messages to each other, I don't know. Some more work needs to be done, more planning needs to be done for what it's going to entail, but it's going to be really fun. I want to see what, like last time, the plan was make a game, we see what we can do with it. We made a game. It did really good. I'm so happy with how it turned out. This time, I want to push myself a little bit. I want to challenge myself to have something a bit more complex and interesting going on. So yeah, no, we're looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, that's going to keep me occupied this December. As if I didn't have anything else to keep me occupied. I mean, like, it's not as if there's, you know, any festivities or something associated with the month. But yeah, no, I hope everybody looks forward to it. I really am. I would have started it tomorrow if I'd had a bit more, like, energy, and like if I didn't need I needed more time than I expected to recover from the last one. To be completely honest, I needed some time to recover. But yes, we'll be throwing ourselves into it again, starting a week tomorrow. That's the 7th of December, so please look forward to it, folks. Anyway, I should say as well, I forgot to say before, Chibi, thank you again so much for the raid. If you do need to get some food, get some water, get some rest, please do so. Please take care. And thank you for dropping the raid, and thank you for raiders for coming along as well. Do appreciate it. But yes, we're about to witness the election. I mean, it shouldn't be very long anyway. We'll see it shortly, and then we get to see what happens after. Well, I mean, assuming we win, the odds are very good. You can't afford to take risks when you're so close to the climax. Relatable. So yeah, let's just take a little look at the voting situation. We need 17. I currently have 13. Wait, 13? 13? I thought we had 12. Okay, never mind. Two of these people are going to vote for me, I know. If we can chew out Sarkoni. I don't know how likely that is to happen, but it could happen. Lukemir is going to be a bit more of a challenge. We could get Rejd on side. Morel we could probably get on side. But they're already pledged to Lukemir. We missed Morel by 1 turn. It was tragic. Rejd? I don't remember Rejd, actually. It's fine. But yeah, there's not much I can actually do. I mean, Yakau's here. He's hostile towards me. And I'm going to struggle to do his personal quest. Because it requires piloting, and I don't have any piloting or big gun skill. Well, I mean, I've got some piloting, but I don't have any gun skill. Which is a concern. So I think we'll have to do with the Chief of our Navy, unfortunately. But we can probably live with that. We'll probably be able to live with that. I'm not overly concerned. We've got Athexi on side, and she's really important. Right, nothing I need to do. We'll just drop a save. We will end our social turn. Let's see what happens with the election. You pace back and forth in your room, muttering under your breath as you practice your speech. You can't back down now. You've come too far. You have to see it through. Either you'll be Empress or you don't really know what will happen. Concentrate. Concentrate. You can do it. You will do it. The appointed hour has arrived. The conclave of electors has assembled. It's time for you to make your final appeal. Representatives from across the Celestial Empire look on you as you make your entrance. Your allies, your enemies, and perhaps even your would-be murderers are all gathered in this place to decide the course of the future. As the designated heir, you have the privilege of speaking first. All others must follow in your wake. You make your way to the central table, raise your head high, and speak the ritual words of candidacy. I, Zorana, daughter of Dragosin and Melania, Imperial Princess of the Celestial Empire, do hereby affirm my identity and my eligibility to assume the Imperial throne. I submit myself for judgment and will abide by the decisions of this conclave. Zevez Dami Mok Sezani. It's an old phrase, dating back before Merkins even left the Twin Worlds. Roughly translated, it means that all people are bound together like planets, but it sounds more impressive in the ancient tongue. It's too late for lengthy speeches. Most of the electors will have already made up their mind. This is only to tip the balance for those last few undecided votes. Why should they support you? Birthright, youth, charisma, or strength? I think we go for charisma. Strength is kind of mid. Youth is a given, but don't lean on that too much. Birthright is fine. I think we can go for charisma. How will your personal charm sway the voters? I'm popular and inspiring. I definitely am. Rhetoric and allure practice success. As Imperial Princess, I hold the dreams and the loyalty of the common people. They want to believe in me, to believe in a beautiful future. Their patriotism in my name makes the Empire stronger. That's it. That's all you have time to say. The next candidate approaches. I, Lukemir, son of Voritz and Defeli, Elector of Kadro, do hereby affirm my identity and my eligibility to assume the Imperial throne. I submit myself for judgment and will abide by the decisions of this conclave. Tevez Dami Mok Sezani. You all know me and my acts. We have served together for 5 months. You know what I will bring to the throne. I see no need to make any final appeal. Of course, he has to remind them that he has experience. Esmerai speaks last. On behalf of Prince Circoni, son of Dragosin, Helena, and Esmarai, I affirm his identity and his eligibility to assume the Imperial throne. You know exactly why I'm here. I do this for the good of the Empire, in Dragosin's name, and those who schemed against him will get what they deserve. She shoots you a vicious look. Oh, she thinks I'm responsible, does she? With the introduction of candidates complete, you must now wait for the votes to be cast and collected. This is gonna be fun! I have the results. Sector Mirka 1, 3 for Zorana, 1 for Lukomir, 3 for Esmarai. Sector Mirka 2, 1 for Lukomir. Sector Mao, 1 for Zorana, 1 for Lukomir, 1 for Esmarai. I think we're even, actually. Sector Draug, 2 for Zorana. Sector Tharkus 1, 2 for Lukomir, 1 abstention. Sector Tharkus 2, 2 for Zorana. Sector Tharkus 3, 1 for Zorana. Sector Hero 1, 1 for Zorana, 1 for Esmarai. Sector Hero 2, 2 for Zorana. Sector Hero 3, 2 for Zorana, 1 for Lukomir. Sector Hero 4, 2 for Lukomir, 1 for Esmarai. The total votes are 14 for Zorana, hell yes, 8 for Lukomir, concerning, 6 for Esmarai. Right, this is good. We'll get at least 16 votes here then. No candidate has yet reached the 17 vote threshold for victory. Esmarai, regent candidate for Imperial Prince Circoni, has received less than 7 votes and will be removed from consideration. There will now be a discussion period for 1 hour in which the electors may advocate for the preferred leaders. Candidates, please leave the chamber. You've already had your last chance to speak. It's out of your hands at this point. All you can do is pace and wait. After an agonizing wait, you're ushered back into the conclave chamber. Sector Mirka 1, 4 for Zorana, 3 for Lukomir. Wow, that's a turnaround. Sector Mirka 2, 1 for Lukomir, tragic. Sector Mao, 1 for Zorana, 2 for Lukomir. Sector Draug, 2 for Zorana. Sector Tharkus 1, 2 for Lukomir, 1 abstention. Sector Tharkus 2, 2 for Zorana. Sector Tharkus 3, 1 for Zorana. Sector Hero 1, 1 for Zorana, 1 for Lukomir. Sector Hero 2, 2 for Zorana. Sector Hero 3, 2 for Zorana, 1 for Lukomir. Sector Hero 4, 1 for Zorana, 2 for Lukomir. The total votes are 16 for Zorana, 12 for Lukomir. Oh, we are so close. We are 1 vote away. Still no winner, and this could go on for days. Now everyone will be preparing to move to the reception hall for drinks and conversation and more attempts to steer the consensus. You're not supposed to give any formal speeches at this point, but you are expected to make an appearance and try to charm the crowd. And that means you'd better go back to your room and freshen up a little in order to make the best impression. Oh my god, that was tense! With the immediate stress of waiting through the votes now ended, exhaustion creeps over you. You haven't been sleeping well, and you're so very tired. Maybe if you just lie down for a moment. Just rest your eyes for a bit. They're gonna try and assassinate me, aren't they? Yeah, they're gonna try and assassinate me. Was there a noise? Did something just fall over in your room? You're so tired. Wait. Didn't this happen before? When someone broke into your room and you roll to the side, waving a hand to trigger the lights, and they don't respond? Something's overriding your controls. You take a deep breath, preparing to call for the guards, but the air tastes wrong, and your head starts to spin. What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We're 1 vote short. What a disappointing performance. That voice. It's familiar, but it can't be. It's not possible. He can't be here. He's... We'll have to start again from the beginning. We better bloody not! Start? Start what? Did you do something wrong? You want to protest, or ask a question, or beg for forgiveness, but... It's too late now. You've lost control. It's all over. What in the world? Right, okay, that's deeply annoying. Right, okay. That's okay, right. There are two things that we can do here. We can get around this. We can get around this. There is a way to manipulate things to get around this. We are so painfully close. If I can reduce Lucomir's vote count by 2, then he's also going to be disqualified. Wish we'd got Krovos on side. All we need for that's 1 stealth. So we'll be killed if we don't win in the first day? Are you kidding? Right, I think we can denounce Ixal and denounce Lucomir. This will get Krovos on side, Lorcas on side, Solus, Cinepart. Yeah. I think if we denounce Ixal, then there's a chance. We might be able to pull this off. We denounce Ixal. No longer welcome in our court. Doesn't that remove her vote? I thought that removed her vote. I thought that removed her vote. Oh, it does. Wonderful. Right, let's also denounce Lucomir while we're at it. Right, I think that's eliminated 2 votes. End social turn. Right. Charisma. Popular and inspiring. Right. Let's see how this works. Okay, I'm just going to count my votes this time. So I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, no, 14, 8, and 6. That 8 for Lucomir, I thought I'd reduced that. Right, this isn't going to make any difference, is it? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, god damn it, 16, 12. We can't win anyone over to my side. Oh, that's so annoying. Is there anything else I can do? Is there anything else I can even do? What else can I do? I could make a marriage pact. I really would rather not, though. Just personal preference. What can I do? Can I do anything in one turn, or do I have to go back a bit? I do just need one more vote. I just need one more vote. One more vote. How do I get it? I can't believe only 3 people swing their vote to me. Like, the unpledged voters will still only swing slightly to me. It's crazy. How did 7 people decide to vote for Lukemir? How even? I think the problem's rippling eternity. No way to influence him though. Tell me a bit about Exel. Fira. Slightly older girl who attended the same school as me, a bit older. I might be able to make a marriage proposal with her to get her on side, and that's the only vote that I would need. Could I potentially negotiate? She's gonna be cagey, isn't she? She won't return calls. Right, never mind. Propose engagement. She refuses. Because she's already decided who she's voting for. That's a problem. I thought I might be able to swing things that way. Right, now we're in an annoying position. I really wish I could like talk to someone who's already decided and get them to change their position. Because it happened to me, somebody changed their vote from me to somebody else. Pretty sure this one. No, I didn't want to do that. Can't believe it. Krovos is really easy to get on side. I could totally have gotten him on side before leaving this planet. Right at the start of the run, and then I would have won. Oh, that's annoying. Certainly there's not much I can do now that we're on Merca. What can I do? What can I do? What can I practically do? I don't think there's any way to influence the vote right now. Maybe I appeal to the undecided voters differently. We'll try it. We'll try and find a different way to appeal to them. It doesn't make much difference though. Birthright, strength, youth. Let's investigate what our options here. Father's blood tradition. That's interaction as student, student. student practiced on a long reign. That's interesting. Practice success, that's worth something. That's also practiced, and that didn't do much for me. Strength. Militaris, prowess, bloodthirst, sports, fitness. Bloodthirst does nothing. Prowess is a fail. Right. Let's try youth. Long reign. Some people are going to be interested in this. Stable leadership benefits everyone in the Empire versus the chaos of constant change. I am young, but not too young, and I have a whole lifespan to give in service of the Empire. A single ruler for 5 eons to come gives us a consistent image and identity. Right. I don't know if that's likely to make any difference. We'll check the results. 3, 4, 5, 6. That feels different. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Maybe it's not changed. That's 14. That feels the same. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Makes no difference. That means we've got to try loading an older save. We need to go to before there. We need to go before turn 33. We've got one on turn 30 on Hero 3. Try loading this one. So what's the situation here? Radimil's not on side. We don't have economics experience to be able to blackmail him. Eve we can get on side by putting her on the council. No, Bernecca we put on the council. She wants us to denounce an ally. That's a bad idea. Radimil is going to be difficult. We can blackmail Eve. Yeah, actually, denouncing an ally is not helpful. Do we just accept that we can only get 2 here? We're on turn 30. If I prioritize the 2 that I care about... Oh, that's interesting. If I prioritize the 2 that I care about here, let's have a look at my votes. I've got 10 votes currently. I had 13. If I can get 14 votes pledged, we should be able to make a slight difference. So if I get 2 votes here, that takes me to 15. No, that takes me to 12. I go to here, that gets me 13. I go to Mirka, that gets me to 14, and that should maybe be enough to make a difference. So, Bernecca, we will offer the cabinet position. Logothete of Commerce. She's up for it, good. Her economic skill's not great, but it's worth getting her on side. Eve, we investigate her background, which lets me blackmail her. She's not happy, but she's still neutral. Radimil. Blackmailing him is not going to work without economics. I might be able to get him one side after all. Actually, I've got another idea. We count on Bernecca liking me to vote for me anyway. Oh no, I need to have her on side. Eve is not going to be on side. let's try this. Let's try this. Investigate his background. We're going to spend that extra turn anyway. Yes, yes, yes. Blackmail material. That's fine. I want to see if we can blackmail him now. We've got up to 12. That's fine. Let's go. Do I want to go compliant? What skills do I need? 50 in sports. Strength didn't come in useful during the sports game, despite what I'd hoped. Let's try putting some points into spirituality if we can. What do I want to move my mood towards? Indulgent, I think. We stay. Do we stay or do we go? Should I stay or should I go? Let's put one save here. We're gonna do one where we stay first. Time that is Kazinia. We'll let her try, that's fine. Wait, what was that? Check actually. Student level. Let's go for a couple points in spirituality. I want to see if I can get some benefits out of this. Might help us actually score a goal, which would be not critically important, but it might be fun. Radamil, do I now have the economic skill to blackmail you? Etiquette. Sports and hunting, empathy graduate. Economics, there we go. You may not have broken any laws, but that doesn't stop bad publicity. I can fill the feeds with interviews from grieving parents and gruesome details of mangled children. I don't even have to mention your name. I can make it look like a widespread problem. I can depress the entire tourist sector of your half of Rianok, and your own government will probably come for your head. Wow, that's way harsh. That's the risk of doing business. Now do we have a deal? I promise to vote for you, and then you don't care about what's going on in the resorts? That's right. Okay, cool, done. Not a normal reaction to being blackmailed, but I have his vote. Okay, that's helpful. That is helpful. Okay. That might be enough to swing things. Mood-wise, we can become indulgent right now. I interact with Majabi. Do I want to do anything else this turn? Do I need to do anything else this turn? Veroneca's on side. End social turn. Got Radomil, which is helpful. Go social, why not? Then we go deep space. Sadly, this means we don't get to do the fun interaction. Vasily, thank you, Vasily. Put more points into spirituality. It probably won't be enough, but who knows? Maybe it will be. No one to interact with right now. We're student level. Practice would be necessary. Nobody else I want to interact with. Pet is fine right now. End social turn. Become indulgent. Final navigation phase up to Merca 1. Stable destination. The fees. All scrutiny should be equal. More spirituality. Again, turn. Just want to see what this does in this scene. Although it's so high, we're probably not even going to need the companion. If Fexi doesn't like me, okay, maybe the spirituality will be helpful. Why does she suddenly dislike me? That's mildly concerning. We've got sports, we've got reflexes. I can put on the body control outfit. Does that matter? Actually, is that the outfit we need? endurance. Don't have the strength. I think it's fine though, we don't need strength. Strength is fine. Zolot doesn't like me now. Why does Zolot not like me now? Stoyan likes me. My decisions have changed, and that leads to people thinking differently of me. Public opinion? Change, throwing off the old guard, useful start. Probably just a difference of allies. Zolot not turning to me would be less than ideal. Krovos being on side isn't bad though. Right, we'll do this personal quest. Spirituality, wait, what's different? I passed that. Ritual matches are more so. Struck on the head, killed instantly. Sports is not expert. Play, we become compliant. Many players use drugs to make themselves fearless before charging into battle, so they won't hesitate and shame the gods. It's not so different. But there might be side effects. Rely on natural skill, because I know we can do this. Khazor is a god associated with communal labour. If the god's blessing falls on his representatives, they might work better together than Mirzana's team. Ooh, go for Khazor then. Also, Kurobachi, good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Oh, right, I think I saw this before. Their faces are expressionless behind patterns of paint representing their loyalties. There's no discussion of strategy, no attempt to build excitement. It's like they're in a trance. Right, so I do want to be on this side. Right, we're going for victory. Where can I make the most impact? We go receiver. You tried to tap into the spirit of the game. That's fine. I mean, we would have done that anyway. That's fine. Star comes towards me. We don't want it to hit me. We let it to hit the ground. Like a gift from the heavens. And the star arcs beautifully through the air, touching down inside the goal hexagon as if it had been guided there. You scored a goal! Right. If that's not a win for Athexe, even despite her not liking me, I don't know what is. She better freaking vote for me, seriously. Strength be with you, and also with you. I consider your position your actions. The gods have smiled upon you. Oh, wonderful, she agrees. That's another vote. We are one higher than we were during the last election. And actually, we've been able to steal a vote from Lukamir as well. Which is very important. Right. No more messages. What do we do after the election? Let's... Right, we don't need any more points in spirituality, that's fine. Could go emotion, put some into allure, maybe empathy. Yeah, go for empathy, why not? I'm actually, well, before we do, I'm going to put a new save down here. I feel like we've got a chance here. We've been able to make a small difference without having to make too much progress. Oh, I forgot to change my outfit again. Golden Empress, thank you. So now I can max out empathy when I'm wearing my outfit. And yes, this is the assassin. Then I pierced my stomach and stabbed me. Wonderful. Okay, I didn't have enough etiquette. I didn't have enough etiquette to realize what was happening. Wonderful. Compliant social. We're one off of compliant. Rather, we were compliant before. Right. Can we get away with just one? Actually, I've got an interaction outfit. Hold on. Yeah, let's put on the evening gown. Apparently the evening gown's going to stop me from getting assassinated. Let's give this a shot. I'm just curious to see if it'll actually work. Right, so put on the empathy clothes. Well, we'll do empathy, but wear the evening gown. Just watch me not get assassinated because I'm wearing an evening gown. No, not enough. We're dead. We got gutted. Wonderful. Okay, that's not great. Right. Go for all the etiquettes and put on the etiquette outfit. It's totally fine. We will avoid getting killed, I swear. Seriously, the holes you have to jump through in this game, seriously. I probably didn't have to put both points in, but it's fine. There we are. Right, we notice there's a problem. Wonderful. So now we can avoid her. Wonderful. Right, Ethexi is now neutral towards me. Zolot is negative. I doubt I'm going to be able to charm and flatter him, even if he's on side, but it would be helpful. Let's check his social network. No allies, he hates Arlotti, Morel, Oletko, Stoyan, and Jade. Zolot is just not the most liked of people, is he? Right, I'm a bit concerned that Zolot might not change his vote to me, but I think we should be covered. Survey of the sector. Okay, Zolot does like me. Okay, that's helpful. Lukamir doesn't, of course. Milan hates me the most, but he's going to vote for me. Ixel likes me and will vote for me. Krovos... Oh, that's interesting. We've updated our stats. Okay, I should be doing surveys much more frequently then. They give you much more information. Or rather, if you don't update the information, you never get any progress. That's very handy. Right, let's prepare. Right, we'll just count the numbers again. Oh, I'm wearing the wrong outfit, but it should be fine. Let's go for youth, stability, and long reign. Yes, yes, Lukamir. Yes, yes, Esmerai. Right, let's count the numbers that I get. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's one more vote than I had last time. 7 for we stole a vote from Lukamir. Is that all we had to do? The 6 from Esmerai will now get divvied up. If 2 of them flip to me, and they will. Wait, also, she's got 6. Did she have 6 before? Yeah, I think she did. I think it was 14, 8, and 6. Right, I think I'm about to win. I think I'm about to win. Thank goodness. 4 for Zorana. 1 for Lukamir. 1 for Zorana. So we're at 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17! We did it! Yes! We actually survived! We survived and won the election! Ooh. And if you think about it, considering that there's... how many, like 28 electors still in the thing now? All hail Zorana! Empress-elect of the Celestial Empress-elect? Empress-elect? Oh, I mean, I suppose it's got to be the confirmation, but still. The chamber fills with noise, applause, cheers, complaints, probably even a joke or two. You can't tell. It's nothing but sound to you. You're still caught in the moment of realization. You've won! You've won! The flood of nobles surges into the reception. Just watch me just get killed immediately. The flood of nobles surges into the reception room, carrying you with it. Palace servants have already laid out a congratulatory feast, complete with central sugar sculpture of you, decked in jewels. You don't know whether they made it multiple versions, or whether the kitchen staff were secretly on your side. It doesn't matter. Everyone wants to talk to you, to touch your hand and pledge their undying admiration, whether they voted for you or not. Even Lukomir makes a point of showing his gracious approval. The Thresher does not I was concerned when the music did that for a second there. The Thresher does not join in the festivities, but you catch sight of Karundi at the edge of the room, watching over you as always. Kazinia glumps onto you with a hug that almost knocks you off your feet, chattering excitedly about orbital density and soul weighting. The drinks flow freely and the party quickly grows raucous. Wait a minute, is this where you die? Is this where you can die from drinking too much? Oh no. The party quickly grows raucous. This is only the beginning, of course, a little ad hoc festivity as a response to the day's events. The official galas will be far, far larger. After the celebration, an honor guard escorts you back to your quarters. You're no longer the Imperial Princess. You're the Empress-elect on your road to coronation. There's so much to do. You will need to meet candidates for your Imperial Shadow. You will need to consult with the High Pontifex about the coronation date. You'll have to move out of your old quarters. New dress fittings, new crowns to order. And speaking of crowns in the Royal Treasury, now that you're going to be Empress, will you send eternal radiance back to the Novans? Keep it for yourself. What do we do with this crystal? This is the important question right here. Victory. Victory, yes, victory. Not Vitory. Victory, thank you. I can't spell today, what the hell? We're keeping the crystal. I'm sorry, we're keeping the crystal. I want to be a magical girl! Your brother's story left out far too many details. This crystal is important and powerful somehow, and you're in no hurry to give it up. As Empress, you'll have 5 to examine it at your leisure. You flop across your bed, exhausted but too keyed up to relax. A chiming sound comes from your computer. You don't bother getting up to respond. You don't have the headspace to deal with more well-wishing right now. The screen activates by itself. He is alive! He is alive! What the reveal! Impressive! Okay, yeah. Dragothin is still alive. Good to know. Hello, daughter. This is impossible. He's dead. No, we knew he was alive. Or rather, we figured out that he's probably alive. Is this another mysterious recording? Congratulations on your victory. It seems I was right. With a push, you could perform. Push? Does he mean... Did he do this to you on purpose? I'd originally planned to return if you reach this point, but I find that I'm enjoying my vacation. So, for the moment, I will allow you to rule on your own. Allow me? He continues as if he doesn't hear you. It must be a recording after all. You must have questions. There are many things you don't know about who you are and the nature of your power. With my guidance, you could be the greatest ruler this empire has ever known. We can conquer the galaxy together, you and I. But you're not ready for that yet. Furious, you rise from your bed to turn off the display, but I wouldn't tell anyone about this message if I were you. After all, I am still Emperor under the law. Reveal me, and you throw away your throne before you even have a chance to sit it. Enjoy your coronation. I'll be in touch when you need me. The display switches off and shuts itself down. Holy switcheroo! For those who just missed the ad break there, Dragosyn's still alive. Her father has been taking a vacation. His words, not mine. And allowed me to become Empress in his place. And he wants me to rule the galaxy with him. Very Darth Vader, but he doesn't have as cool a mask. No, what a twist. I mean, I saw it coming, to be honest. Still, just the way that it's presented is just so, Is this real or just a cruel trick? You reset the system and bring the display back up, only to find no trace of the video, no record that any message was played at all. Could you have imagined the whole thing? We need operations, seriously. A hallucination from stress and lack of sleep? Wait, what level was that actually? Graduate level operations. Which I think is 60. We're at 0. Wait, that's layout. No, it's operations is 25. So we'd have to put 2 points into spaceships and then operations for 25. Or is this another secret Imperial override? It never ends, does it? The schemes, the mysteries. You've been dealing with them for the rest of your life. You're the Empress-to-be, and this is your future. And so we have... Oh! Is this the end? Also, that's a very ominous crown, jeez. Her Imperial Majesty, Empress Zorana of the Celestial Empire, was crowned by the hands of the High Pontifex in the Basilica of Shadows on Cadro, in a ceremony broadcast live across the galaxy. Receive this ring of royal dignity. Receive this rod of judgment and might. Receive this sword which divides the stars. Receive this crown and all the connections it carries. All the primasaires of the Imperial planets, all the members of the Imperial Comitia, and all the highest-ranking nobles of the Empire, Lukamir and Esmerai included, knelt to proclaim their loyalty, then stood to heap praises and jubilation upon the head of their new ruler. The galaxy rejoiced. After securing Zorana's safety through the coronation and the selection of an Imperial Shadow, Karundi requested the right to retire from the position of Imperial Thresher and take up a private life. While Karundi had not technically failed in her responsibility to safeguard Emperor Dragosin, since he was apparently alive and well, Zorana did not feel that she had earned any honours either. Zorana decreed that the Thresher could not retire for at least the next 5 years. At least not unless she managed to solve the mystery of Zorana's father. With Imperial authority behind her, Zorana was able to access the treasury and lay her hands upon eternal radiance. It was like touching a live wire. Power flooded through her body. In that moment, she could have burned a path from one side of the palace to the other, tearing it open and killing everyone inside. Dramatic. Zorana snatched her hand back, breathing hard. The crystal gleamed, undaunted. So that was the secret the Novans had not wanted her to know. A weapon of immense power that responded to her command. Was this something that all Novans could do? There was so much Zorana did not know about her own heritage. Her mother had given her nothing but mysteries and regrets. How had Imperial Consort Melania ever been able to walk away and leave this crystal behind? Zorana tried to reach out to her brother, Prince Fushkot, and make excuses for why she needed more time before she could consider sending Eternal Radiance to Crystal Nova. However, he replied that it was too late. Their mother Melania had entered eternity. She was dead. There would be no reconciliation. After that, he cut all contact with Zorana. There were rising squawks of discontent among the Hiru after Zorana's coronation. The assassin who had been apprehended at the Hiru Prime reception was only one of many willing to risk their lives in protest over the supposed tyranny of the Empire. A petition was sent to the Comitia requesting that Hiru Prime be granted a third elector in order to improve parity between the Hiru and the other Imperial races. Zorana dismissed it out of hand. If they didn't support her, why should she support them? Something very unusual was happening in the remote sector of Hiru 2. Ever since Dragosin's former Logothete of Science took up a research position there, increasing amounts of material and young graduates were funneling into the area. Zorana had no strong bonds or contacts within the sector. Unless you wanted to barge in with an official inquiry and shut everything down, you'd have to rely on intelligence reports to solve the puzzle. Zorana sent agents to investigate privately, but all they could deduce is that it was definitely not weapons research. If anything, it appeared to be some kind of colonization effort, with discussion about construction and atmosphere conversion. But how and where did they think they could build a colony? Were they secretly dealing with the Grib? Was it another separatist movement? Zorana decided to add a military presence to the Hero 2 sector to keep an eye on the situation, even if it did cause more unrest. A more official proposal came through for the establishment of self-government on the largest moons of Svargus, and Zorana spoke in favour. It'd be at least a 5 and before that territory was established enough to request official representation in the Comitia, but change was coming. The Tharkin system would grow stronger. Since Zorana had not been of age to officially join the military before the election, and as a reigning monarch could no longer carry out any sort of active duty, there was a faction of Tharkins which considered her weak and ineffectual. They had no intention of trying to unseat the Empress. A weak ruler could be an opportunity for a strong Comitia. Zorana was impressed with the powers of the Mao shamans, who had somehow sensed that the Emperor was not truly dead. She made a pilgrimage to the Blind Moon, confessing the truth about her father's secret messages to the Chief Witch, under a vow of secrecy and pleading for guidance. The spirits of the deceased could tell her nothing about her father's plans, but there was one surprising service that the shamans could provide, guiding Zorana to experience a vision of her mother. What did the spirit of Imperial Consort Melania have to say to Zorana? Did she apologize for abandoning her daughter, or despise her for following in Dragoson's footsteps? Zorana never spoke of the experience, but she left the blind eye in tears and locked eternal radiance in an opaque case, swearing never to look on it again, except in direst need. After the election, Zorana enjoyed a great upswelling of support on the Twin Worlds. She was young, she was beautiful, and she was their new empress. Love-thick adolescents burned their hair and slashed their palms as proof of their adoration and loyalty. The subject of her eventual marriage was a popular topic of gossip and speculation. Common citizens who would never have a chance to meet the Empress socially published fantastical stories in which they might become unexpected heroes and win her heart. Nobles bickered and placed bets. Zorana carried Novan blood, but she was a daughter of the Twin Worlds. As soon as she was old enough, she made her dedications at the temple and was marked with the tattoos of the Merkin faith. The constellation chosen for her was the River of Light, soft and flowing, but with relentless strength. Marai and her wife and son remained a minor thorn in Zorana's side. Although she was already entitled to a generous settlement in the form of concubine and the mother of a prince, Marai continually campaigned for greater funds and recognition for her son and his illustrious father. Marai created a museum to Dragoson's honour and invited guests from around the galaxy to share their memories of the great man, as well as to admire his son and true heir. At least while she made so much noise and colour, she was easy to keep track of. Zorana had no fear that Marai would arrange an assassination. The most dangerous enemies would be more subtle. Zorana was born from an alliance between galactic powers. As Empress, she hoped to improve relations and expand Imperial influence. The Uzga, however, remained hard to understand. Relations were polite, as always, but attempts at deeper cultural exchange were rebuffed. Perhaps they were simply too different to become friends, or even allies. The Chukuk were eager to see increased tourism from Imperial sectors, but a disturbing number of those tourists disappeared into foreign jails after breaking one law or another. Shortly after her coronation, Zorana attempted to take the Grib up on their offer of a mutual colony. Before the settlement could be fully established, the Grib unleashed some kind of mind control on the Imperial citizens. Yeah, we saw that event. Zorana immediately dispatched the fleet to rescue as many as possible, but such a disaster at the very beginning of her reign badly damaged her reputation. As for Crystal Nova, their response to diplomatic overtures was decidedly frosty. In fact, they refused any further contact unless the traitor Zorana submitted herself to Novan justice, which, of course, would never happen. Zorana was young and clever and powerful. She had faced down her opponents and claimed the Celestial Throne, all without signing herself away in a lifelong bond. She had no interest in a rushed marriage. Being unmarried didn't mean she was lacking companionship. Millions of her adoring subjects would sell their own skeletons for a chance to dally with the Empress. Offers of concubinage arrived daily. Zorana had set parameters for her staff to whittle down the number to manageable levels before even receiving the briefs that she would consider selecting from. Still, it was part of the duty of any Empress or Emperor to provide an heir trained to assume the throne, even if that heir might not necessarily be able to pass the gauntlet of the election. What marriage would best serve the Empire? What would increase safety and stability? Not another foreign alliance like her mother's had been. Not a powerful noble whose choice might set rivalries in motion. Not a commoner who might arouse scandal. In the end, Zorana chose a Mirror woman from a family just respectable enough to be politically uninteresting. For the first 5 months after her coronation, Zorana anxiously anticipated another message from the wayward Emperor Dragosin, but no such word ever came. What was he up to, out among the stars? Was he plotting to retake the throne, or to overthrow some other galactic power? Had his false death become reality, or was he still lurking in the shadows, biding his time? As Empress, Zorana commanded the heart of the people. She was beloved, feared, and admired by all, and they would gladly give their lives in her service. I love the badge of office here. It's just it's like a it's a morning star, isn't it? Yes, it's a morning star. And thus her legacy stretched into the future. Well, it's a victory, but it doesn't really answer many questions now, does it? Made with Ren Pie! We love it. There's the music. The music's lovely. I love the music of this game. It's so pretty. And then, of course, we've got all the Kickstarters. Very much appreciated, everyone. The stars are yours. Thank you for playing. Lovely. Right, okay. What happens if we do send the crystal away? Because it's clearly a super weapon. What happens if we give it up? We still don't know whether the story about your mother is true or not, but if your brother wants this crystal so badly, he can have it. We'll make the arrangements later. You fall off your bed. Then it's the chiming from Dragosin. And it's weird that there's like one more operations check here. That's interesting. Hold on. Let's try loading this one. Operations is negative. Right, let's do a little bit of theorying. Let's go back to here. We'll be very quick about this. So we're gonna stay put. We know what we're doing here. That's Kazenia. You can try, that's fine. I'm gonna wait. Let's have a little look. What mood helps spaceships? Secretive and bold. They're both miles away. That's incredibly unhelpful. We're on 31. We've got some time though. Go 2 points in layout. This is fine. We are here. We can now... Oh, wait, hold on. No. Shit. Menu, files. I got it wrong. Yeah, because we need... Oh, wait, no, I don't. Hold on. I got it wrong. Stay put. That's a chime. Let her try. I'm gonna wait. We do have some economics experience and we don't need any more. Go double layout, that's fine. Then we go to Radamel, then we blackmail. We succeed, wonderful. He's now on side, that's great. Let's do a Imperial poll. Plenty of information here. Athexi's on side, Lucamir's not. That's fine, all good. We've got the votes that we need. End social turn. We're on 13. We go cautious. Then we can go to deep space. Message from Vasily. Layout's in the negative now. Right. What we're going to do is we're going to put one into operations. I want operations up. I need to see what happens if we get operations slightly higher. Spaceship's outfit. Sure, sounds fun. Oh yeah, I forgot, it's adorable. Right, nothing else that's a priority here. Go straight to ending social turn. We go negative. Final navigation phase. Go to Merca 1 rather. All scrutiny should be equal. All points into operations. Nothing to be done here. Zolot likes me a bit more now, so that's fun. Ethexi. I'm going to very quickly drop a save. We'll do this quest. We're going to play. We are not going to take the drugs because we don't need it. Spirituality is fine. Allow natural skill. Oh. Yeah, this is fine. We don't need it. We're going to do Khazor, because we know that Khazor gives us a bonus. Team's victory. We're going to do receiver. We wait for it to hit the ground. We fail, but that should still be a win. Request an audience. We got her on side. Wonderful. Okay. That is all the votes that we need now. I don't think we need anything else for a second turn, do we? No. End social turn. We're at 14. We can do this. Secretive. Hold on, that was weird. I just missed something. Yeah, Ethexi, personal quest. Let's play. Natural skill. Khazor. Victory. Receiver. Wait for it to the ground. Good. Okay. Ethexi. Request audience. We got her. End social turn. Secretive. Not long now. Oh, right, that's just this scene. Right, I thought I'd missed something important. Right. Then we go double operations. Want that thing as close to maxed out as possible. Graduate level, good. Oh, I forgot about the etiquette. Right, crud. And etiquette's only at 50. Maybe need to go double etiquette and put on my evening gown. That's enough. Just. Right. End social turn. Prepare for election. I don't know how much that's going to make a difference, but we'll find out. There we go. Do we give it up, or do we keep it? I'm going to give it up this time just so we can see what happens. And this is father. Right. Can we get more information? Graduate level operation. We failed. Right, okay, hold on. Okay. This one? Got a Ethexi. Don't we? No, we don't. Let's have to do our quest. Play it. Natural skill. Khazor. Victory. Receiver. In front of me. Ethexi. Got her. End social turn. Dismiss. Secretive. Ah. Right, we need to go further back. We need to go back to here. We just need to be slightly more tactical in how we're using our points, which is fine. So we stay put. Xenia, we let her try. I wait. While we're here and we've got some points for it, we go etiquette. Maybe we just go one etiquette layout. Begin turn. That should be enough. Now we blackmail Radomir. Got him on side, lovely. Now we go to the closet. We make sure that I'm wearing my evening gown, so I don't make any mistakes. We talk to Karundi, that'll make me more cautious, which is good. That means that I'm one turn ahead of changing my mood, which is good. Now I can have a survey, which gives me updated opinion information. End social turn. Dismiss. Become negative. We just need to be like marginally more efficient with my point placement. Basily. Yeah, because that's where I put points into etiquette before. Now I can put double into layout. Actually, I just need one in layout and I can put another one in operations. Wait, actually, do I need one in layout? I don't need one in layout. I can just put two into operations. Yeah. Because I'm going to be getting a buff from being secretive anyway. Nothing I want to do here. End social turn. Go to secretive. Then I go to Merca. Then all scrutiny should be equal. Then I can put 1 point into layout, 1 point into operations. Which gives me the spaceship skills outfit. No thank you, not yet anyway. Practice level operations, that's what I wanted to see. That is what I wanted to see. Right, in social turn. Did I miss something? I think I missed something. Right, in social turn. Do I want to become determined? Organize the closets, I suppose. Final points go into operations, get that to 80. Graduate level operations, lovely. Our etiquette is sufficiently high to avoid the assassin. It makes me cautious, but that's fine. I can now change my outfit into my fleet uniform, I think. And now I'm going to drop another save. Wait, did I not do a Thexes quest? I didn't? Oh god, that was nearly bad. That was nearly really bad, actually. Sports fail affected by mood cautious. Okay, I've done things out of... God damn it, I've done things out of order. Okay, that's fine. That was one turn ago, but... 10 minutes ago. Shit, I've done this wrong. Again. Something's out of order. I should have interacted with the Thexy as soon as I arrived. Damn it. Right, okay. This is fine. This is fine. This is totally fine. We go back to turn 30. Right, we're going to do this right this time. We stay put. Yes, yes, Kazenia. Thank you, Kazenia. I'll ask her who she wants to marry. We do get a chance to interact with her a bit more, so maybe we'll do that. That could be fun. 1 point into etiquette, 1 point into layout. Get things started. Now, I can interact with Kazenia. Priorities Radamel, blackmail him. Lovely. I want to do a survey, an imperial poll, just to update stats. Kazenia. I could propose engagement to Kazenia if I want. You know what? We'll give it a shot. Why not? Is there New Game Plus? I don't think there's a New Game Plus, but there's like many hidden options I've not been able to explore. Like, I don't know everything that's going on in the Hero 2 sector, for example. That's where a bunch of sus stuff is going on. Let's propose engagement to Kazenia and see what happens. You pause in front of Kazenia's quarters, trying to steady your nerves. Kazenia's always been a bit odd about romance. She's continuously enthralled by stories of star-crossed lovers with tragic fates. But when one tale ends, she's on to the next. When it comes to living actors or musicians, she's equally fickle, trading one favourite for another without remorse. At matchmaking events, she prefers to stay on the sidelines to observe and gossip, reveling in vicarious enjoyment rather than taking part in the game. You've been friends for a fivem, and you've never heard her admit to romantic feelings for anyone you knew. Maybe that's why you've never said anything about your own feelings, until now. You press a door signal and wait for a response. Zorana, what's going on? Should you take the softer approach and confess your love? Convince her that the two of you were meant to be together? Or should you play the villainess and sweep her off her feet? Interesting. I think she has hinted that she would like to be swept off of her feet. But whether she'll actually play along with it, I'm not entirely sure. We'll give it a shot. What could possibly go wrong? Oh god. Student domination. We just did a Cabadon. We did Cabadon. It works. Cabadon always works. Okay, it doesn't always work. It doesn't always work. Cabadon only when you are sure that someone will actually appreciate it. Not when you hope that they'll appreciate it, only when they will actually appreciate it. Menace and allure, I'm going to be Empress. You place a finger under her chin and force it upwards, tilting her head. And I want you to be my consort. I can have you locked in the dungeon for a while first, if you'd like. Do you really mean it? About marrying you or about the dungeon? Yes. I've liked you for a long time. You're always the one I wanted. And if you want to be a terrible, wicked queen, well, I can do that too. You're already living in my palace and under my power. You may as well give in. She flutters her lashes at you. Well, I suppose I have no choice. Oh, help, help. You laugh and close in for the kiss. Why don't you come in for a while? And so you do. Oh my! We are now engaged to Kazenia. Wonderful! I bet you this loses me like 3 votes or something. How much do you want to bet this loses me votes? Right, it's fine. It's completely fine. Let's run the survey. We're good. Okay, let's not forget all the stuff that I still have to do. Oh wait. No, I don't want to run the survey. I missed my chance, that's annoying. So we could go to cautious now, but that means I don't get the secretive bonus, damn it. Right, we've got to go back here again. Right, it's fine. We can speedrun this stuff. Kazenia, let her try. Who do you want to marry? Then we go 1 etiquette, 1 layout. We can do this, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this. Radamil, blackmail. I love how this game, like, eventually turned into something of a speedrunner. Weird. Right, Kazenia. Propose engagement. Demand submission. She goes for it. Majabi. We become indulgent. That's helpful. And now I can run the survey. I think I missed the survey last time. Imperial Pole. We got Radamil, that's good. I did it wrong! It's not the pet that I want, it's not the pet that I want. I need to talk to my shadow or whatever. Who do you want to marry? We go etiquette, we go layouts. Right, we're gonna do this. Then we go Radamil, blackmail, skippity skip. We go Kazenia, propose engagement, demand submission, return. We talk to Karundi, security alerts. That makes me cautious. And now I will survey, just for vanity as much as anything else. I know what all the stats are, the important ones anyway. We become negative, despite, you know, having just spent some time with my my to-be consort. Message from Vasily. Oh, wait, hold on. That was new lines. Something about being happy about your engagement. Missed it. I'm terrible. Right. Double operations. Actually, there's a history. Lovely. You receive a message from Vasily sending you his best wishes and encouragement for the uploading election, and has hoped to see you soon. You probably will. Oh, he doesn't say anything about the engagement. Oh, disappointed about that, actually. Oh, here we go. This is new. Now that you're officially engaged, you and your intended are required to submit genetic samples for compatibility testing. Not all interspecies matings can create viable children, especially if partners are already of mixed origin. Genetic tests can also reveal if a couple is too closely related to be healthy. Considering your heritage, that's likely to be a problem. Unlikely to be a problem. But sometimes people do find surprise half-siblings. Windy, yes, there's some sus-going things here, isn't there? If there's a problem, there are workarounds. Some issues can be corrected through artificial selection. External genetics can be brought in, or clone children produced. And there's always the option of concubines. It's important to know about all the potential complications before committing yourself to a lifelong alliance. Once you're married, you can't change your mind. Taking the sample is a quick, painless process. You'll get the results after both samples are analysed and various statistical models run to determine possible outcomes. Very interesting. Right, nothing that I need to do on this turn. We've had a survey, we're all good. Just end the social turn. We go to secretive. Then we're on turn 32. I can go to Merca. Yeah, so I got caught in a little bug there, but that's fine. Equal scrutiny. One layout, one operations. Got to be in that order so that we get the spaceship's outfit. Don't forget to put on the evening gown. Layout, then operations. Order of operations is very important. We don't put on the spaceship outfit yet. Nils from the genetics lab. Okay. I'd like to arrange a meeting at your earliest convenience. Are you available to come down to the lab for a discussion? Is this about the samples we submitted earlier? Did they find a compatibility problem? Is this going to create difficulties with your engagement? For medical confidentiality reasons, it's our policy to discuss these subjects in person. If there was nothing to be concerned about, he wouldn't be bothering a princess about it. So, are you available? I'll be right there. You may as well get this over with. You make your way down to the science department and are ushered to a small private office. Hello, Your Imperial Highness. Please take a seat. Make yourself comfortable. What's the problem? We wouldn't be able to have children together. No, that's actually less of a problem than we anticipated. Oh, that's interesting. I was going to complain, but now I'm intrigued. You should be, Wendy. You should be intrigued. This is very hard to explain. We'll try. Your genetic heritage is... There's an achievement behind this. Somewhat different than we expected. In a flash, you remember the mysterious video footage. Your mother protesting that you are not her daughter. That she knows something you've never guessed? Am I not half Novan? You could say that. Actually, your genetic structure is closer to 98% Novan. I'm a clone child of my mother. Wait, what? You look down at your hands. Your murken grey hands. How is that possible? Look at me. Your appearance seems to have been carefully designed via inserted Merkin genes, limited to areas that control superficial visual features. Other than that, you're completely Novan. I can only speculate, Your Imperial Highness, but as a guess, I would imagine that you're perhaps a clone child of the late Empress Melania. 2% variance is below legal guidelines, but if the Emperor wished it, your head is spinning. You're your mother's clone? An illegal, genetically modified clone? It doesn't change your status as heir. The Emperor acknowledged you. He put you in this position. He's your father by law, even if not by blood, and even though he never raised you and you barely knew him, he made you, at least. He must have. You were his creature. Is this why his spirit would not answer your prayers on the blind eye? I thought you would want to know. Of course, we would not pass any of this information to your intended partner. They will only be told the compatibility results, which are positive. You will not tell anyone what you have discovered. Not even the Imperial Thresher. Of course not, Your Imperial Highness. We understand the importance of data privacy, do you? Do you really? The palace scientists are your loyal servants, aren't they? They can keep a secret. They certainly kept your father's secrets. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Takes place in a hallway. Yeah, no, this is just the generic hallway that they use for, like, corner of the palace that they don't really have a location for. Like, I've been killed in this corridor. I've been killed going in a room off this corridor. I've had my medical investigation on this corridor. I'm sure you have many things you need to be doing, Your Imperial Highness. I don't want to take up any more of your time. Have a good day. What are you supposed to do with this information? How do you react when your entire identity, your very body, feels like a lie? Relatable, to be honest. You don't dare tell anyone. You don't know how they might react. It doesn't matter to the law, but it might matter to people's loyalties. You've got to lift your chin and carry on. Well, holy crap. I'm very disappointed that I can't actually, you know, tell Ksenia about it. That's a shame. That is a bit of a shame, to be honest. Right. While our mood is not cautious, this is the best time to do Thexay's personal quest. Personal quest. Right, we've done this a dozen times now. Let's play... live or die, let fortune say what she will. Which makes me negative, that's interesting. We will rely on natural skill because we don't need anything more. We go Khazor. We go for team's victory. We go for receiver. We wait for it to hit the ground. We fail, but we do win, which is all that matters. Ethexay requests her audience. We get her on side. Wonderful. And now we've got some more information, don't we? Oh, this is satisfying. This is really satisfying, like figuring out what we have to do, what we can do. Right. Just double check things. We've got our 14 votes. 3 votes will shift to me. We will be able to win and we're engaged to Ksenia, which is wonderful. I think we can just immediately end our social turn. Call it a win. Hopefully. Drop the save. One thing that I'm not sure of, though. There's supposed to be a way to steal the crystal, but I'm not sure how to do it. Also, there's only a couple of There's like 2 things that I've not discovered yet. One here in K something, between Kadar and Krovos. That's interesting. But there should be a way to steal the thingamajiggy. Maybe it's only available if I get my skills up to a certain level. Probably intrusion, repair, visual? Yeah. Maybe science as well. I wonder. Anyway, end social turn. We've got a save down. Let's go secretive. We can now do double operations. And in addition to that... Wait, are we about to get assassinated? 65. Is 65 enough to avoid getting assassinated? I wonder. I'm gonna try going for the fleet uniform just to maximize my chances of figuring out more information. Etiquette's at 65, which I think is high enough. I really wish it would tell you what level the stat was alongside the number. Double operations, give it a shot. Get that to 100 with the outfits. Etiquette failed. Hiding failed. Right, okay. So, unfortunately, we do need to keep the etiquette gear on for now. We can still go double operations, though. So get up to 90. With our outfit, our head's in the right place etiquette-wise to detect the assassin. We avoid her. And there's nothing else to be done this turn. We're kinda good. End social interactions, prepare for election. We've done this before. Dozens of times, it shouldn't make any difference. Oh wait, hold on. Daughter of Dragos and Melania, whatever the truth of your origins, you're the Emperor's daughter by law. That's an interesting new line. We go for youth. We go for a long reign. And we should be good. No one has any information. And we win in the second round, which is lovely. Right, okay, do we keep or get rid of the crystal? Let's see what happens if we give it up. We'll see what happens. And then we'll probably go back and double check it again. I did save it, didn't I? Yes, I did. So that's Dragosin again. Allow me, questions, conquer the galaxy, but I'm not ready. Won't tell anyone about it. System logs appear to have edited themselves to remove all application data from the split when the video was playing. The time jump is brief but obvious, even the absence of evidence of the primary evidence. Is that all? Is that it? Oh, that's annoying. Okay, so that we've not found the true ending then. Well, true ending. An imperial wedding required almost as much time and effort to arrange as a coronation. The attendance might be smaller, but the traditions were more flexible, which meant endless discussions, debates, and compromises. Some of Kozinia's more extravagant suggestions, such as both brides descending from the skies like meteors encased in crystal shells, had to be discarded on grounds of practicality and security. The public ceremony was only the beginning. Zorana wanted to give her bride every romantic dream, from the luxury of exotic vacations to the private amusement of sneaking back into their old school together to carve their stars into antique desks. Zorana kept her word. With the power of Imperial authority, she delivered internal radiance back to Crystal Nova, using the contact information supplied by her brother. The Novans were effusively grateful and sent lavish gifts in return, including a lovely pair of boots jeweled from knee to ankle. Despite that, no word came from Zorana's mother. No Novan representative would admit to knowing her, and Voshkot did not reply to Zorana's messages. Was the story about their mother nothing but a lie to let them steal an Imperial treasure? Then it's the hero. There's Vargas colony, the Mao shamans. The shamans. Oh, this is interesting. In the sense that the Emperor wasn't dead. The shamans warned that Zorana was surrounded by a spiritual void, not darkness, not light, but an absence. Apparently they found it quite disturbing and did not wish to remain in her presence longer than necessary. Did they realise that Zorana was not the naturally born child of her parents? The Mao taboo against cloning was old-fashioned but pervasive, and there was little Zorana could do about it. Okay. Threw away all of her concubinage offers. Was Novan blood. Esmerai, wife and son. Zorana seems to take the grip up. As for Crystal Nova, Zorana's persistence paid off. The long-awaited message from her brother arrived. Sadly, it wasn't good news. He insisted that their mother had recovered, but that she still wanted no contact with or even messages from her daughter, her unwanted clone. The memories were too unpleasant. Zorana still hadn't decided whether or not to warn Voshkot of Dragason's potential survival. That information was definitely too sensitive to transmit. Perhaps she'd have to take a page from her brother's book and create a trail of clues to lure him home. Playing the Wicked Empress to Xenia's ingenue was an exhausting role. All the drama was fun for a while, but at the end of a long day of politics, Zorana just wanted to snuggle up with her best friend, who was also her wife. Unfortunately, Xenia found that sort of thing boring, and decided to take matters into her own hands. The Imperial consort took her household and moved out of the Heavenly Palace, setting up her own base of operations from which to dispatch rabble-rousers, thieves, and assassins. Their target? The Celestial Empress! Oh my god. She's taken this so extreme. Of course, Xenia only hired assassins with very specific instructions, and always provided warning when one was on the way. She didn't want Zorana dead, she just wanted to keep her on her toes in between visits. Zorana's hands were tied. She could imprison her wife, but that didn't stop Xenia from attracting followers and causing trouble. She could have her executed for treason, but that wouldn't make anyone happy. Punching Xenia for her antics made her very sweet and contrite. For a while. Until she got bored and restarted the cycle of lovers to enemies to lovers again. Okay, we just went for the toxic Yuri route, apparently. Wonderful. Heirs were an expected part of their duties, and Xenia was happy to get started. She adored babies, loved to carry them around and hum little songs and spin stories of their glorious and dangerous destinies. Before her first child could even walk, she was setting up elaborate methods to train his reflexes in preparation for a life of dodging daggers and arrows. Wonderful. Zorana tried to send the children to respectable boarding schools to keep them away from her wife's scheming, but Xenia was too good at avoiding security and regularly kidnapped them for adventures. This woman is a menace! This woman is a menace! Oh my goodness. Right, that's adorable. But still, we've only found a little bit more information. Right, what happens if we keep the crystal this time? What happens if we keep it? Does anything change? Oh wait, something did change. Something did change. Slightly. With Imperial authority behind her, able to access the treasury, weapon of immense power, her mother's blood was the key. As a near clone of Melania, Zorana shared whatever mystical heritage allowed her to tap into eternal radiance. Was that why she'd been so upset about Zorana's birth? That's literally all that's different. That's literally the only thing that's different. Except for the fact that because Mother's dead, they can actually ask about her mother. We don't know what happened. But she said she would never look again at eternal residence. Or radiance. Right, okay. It looks like... Well, we've had a much more satisfying ending this time. Considering we actually, you know, won the game. But the problem is, we haven't figured everything out yet. Neither we have. If we go back to here, like this is not going to be, we're not going to be able to change the course of the game from here, sadly. There's something going on in Hero 2. I don't know what it is, but something is happening in Hero 2, and there's no indication as to what that might be. Honestly, this is the kind of thing, in order to figure things out, I'm going to need to look at some clues. Like, I'm going to need some clues online to kind of point me in the right direction. Broadly speaking, our strategy was a very good one. Broadly speaking. The strategy of blackmail literally everybody. Literally just blackmail everybody into agreeing with you. That worked out pretty well, all things considered. If I were to do it again, what changes would I make? I think rushing for Draug is pretty good because it gets me a good scientist. Spend one more turn in Mercup. Pick up the easy people. The easy people are well worth picking up. Being able to pick up the little creepy guy. Going to Merca 1 is also... I mean, it's good, but like... I think it's a bit of a false friend compared to getting the extra movement speed. Good news is you don't need to rush to get the what's it called? The interaction with the High Pontifex. So that's not a concern. I only went to Tharkus 1 once and didn't manage to pick anybody up, so unless I focus one of them, it's a bit of a waste of time. Mao was interesting. We've still never been to Hero 4. And then there's the question of what is going on in Hero 2? I've got no idea. Right, bear with. I'm going to have a little look at my Steam achievements. So... Oh, wait. Apparently I did become a Lumen. But only in the ending titles, sadly. 12% of players have the Become a Lumen achievement. Sadly, it was only after the election. I've got 9 achievements so far. The rarest one... Kill an assassin, we've done that. We found the mysterious glow. Adopt a child, we could do that at the start of the next run. If I do another... should I maybe do another run before the game jam next week? I could totally do another run before the game jam next week. Because, I mean, I think it takes about 2 sessions to do a run now. Yeah. The Smoke Ring. Discover the truth about the Hero 2 project. Yeah, we need to know about that. Chapadoc has an alternative quest, apparently. 50 Shades of Green. Oh, right. Maybe we need to flirt with Chapadoc. That'll be interesting. Putting the pieces together. Discover why you were born. That's something we're going to need to figure out. Discover why you were born. In order to do that, probably what needs to happen is you need to meet certain individuals and have certain experiences at certain times. I do remember that one of the electors looked at you like they knew your secret and you couldn't figure out what it was. And you needed to have a certain degree of empathy to be able to guess what it is they were thinking about. Maybe they know something about you being a clone of your mother. That'd be interesting. Swift intervention, evacuate the Grib colony of the first possible run. We need to do that at some point. Carry out a blackmail threat. I mean, I did do that. It didn't work, but we did do it. Defeat the Rakshar with your bare hands. Drink yourself to death. We've not encountered a drinking opportunity yet. Actually, I know who we could do a drinking thing with. Win a death match without permanently killing anyone. That's fun. Solo victory. Apologies, had to sneeze. Die by 10 different methods. We've only died by 6. Successfully complete all personal quests over multiple runs. That's interesting. We've got 0 over 23. Spoils of War, Conquer, Planet by Force, 2 hidden achievements. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a little bit of research, I think. What we'll do I can't believe I'm saying this, because I don't usually have the attention span to do things for very, very long, but I'm really enjoying unfolding what's going on in Galaxy Princess Zorana. I think what I'll do, next stream will be Monday. We are going to play another run, but I'm going to look for some clues. I've got a strategy for how to play now, which is literally just threaten everybody. Threaten everybody, and then they will come to your side. We'll do that, and then what we'll do is we'll have a couple of clues that say, yes, you need to talk to this person, you need to talk to this person. And we'll see if we can get another run going on. Once again, we've played quite a lot more of it, so we've seen a lot more of the dialogue of the game. So I'm going to have to say quite a bit less. Maybe we can actually unfold some of the interesting corners of this run with a completely new strategy. But I'm having a lot of fun with this. I really am having a lot of fun with this. I want to figure out what the deal is, and I also want to figure out how we become a Lumen during the run, because we've not managed to do that just yet. I would also like to be able to get the High Pontifex on side early. I'd also like to be able to get the head of the fleets on side relatively quick as well. So I think we'll give that a little shot on Monday. A little bit of news. Well, I mean, is it a little bit of news? It's kind of a little bit of news. So yeah, as I announced earlier on, for those who have just dropped in, we are going to be having a second game jam starting on the 7th of December. It's going to run for 2 weeks up until the 20th. I'll take a couple of days to do some off-stream editing and making sure that the game actually works before uploading it. I'm learning my lessons here. And it'll be uploaded and available for people to play before Christmas. Little mini announcement, actually. I'm actually in talks with my musician friend who may be willing to contribute some efforts towards the game. So we might not just be going for custom art assets, courtesy of moi, original story, but we will actually, potentially, have some custom music going towards it as well. So yeah, look forward to that, folks. That should be fun. We'll probably get him on for a stream as well. We'll talk about the game, where we're kind of going with it, and say, hey, produce some music, please. And then we'll see if we can get some music done. I think we'll try and get him on as well. That could be really fun. But yes, anyway, if you're following, or rather, if you're watching and you're not already following, do drop a follow, because yeah, we've got a lot to look forward to, starting next weekend, actually. Next Sunday is going to be the first stream. Because next Sunday is the first stream of the new Game Jam, I am actually not going to be streaming next Saturday. So I think what I'm likely to do is this week I will stream. I'll definitely be streaming on Monday, and if I should have the beans for it. In which case, what I'll do is I will stream on Wednesday and Friday as well, just so that I can still have my 3 streams every week. You know, because it's been a while since I've done. I'd rather not drop a stream this week if I could avoid it. But we'll see. If I don't have the beans on Wednesday, which I might not have the beans on Wednesday. If I don't have the beans on Wednesday, then what we will do is we will stream on Thursday, and then we'll pick things up on Sunday. But I would like to be able to stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week, and then Saturday off, Saturday to prepare for Game Jam number 2. So that's the plan. That is the plan for the coming week. More details about the Game Jam to be decided. I've got a vague idea of what I want to do, but I've not actually decided what I want to do. And I also need to, finalize some things. Finalize my friend contributing music assets, how that's going to work. And yeah, doing a little bit of testing in my own time as well. So we'll try another run of Galaxy Princess Zorana on those days. Maybe I'll do a little kind of like pre-stream maybe on Friday if we're done with Zorana by then, just to kind of feel things out and go, can I do these things that I want to do? We'll give that a shot. But yes, with that all having been said, we'll call things here. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming along today. Whether you've been here from the start, you came along partway through, as I say, if you're not already following, please do drop a follow. Also, do check out my YouTube as well, because I mean, we've got the YouTube there. Let's use it. But no. Special thank you to Chibi Phoenix for the raid. Hugely appreciated, Chibi. Thank you so much for coming along. Thank you, Raiders, and thank you, everyone, whether you've been here from the start, came along partway through. Do appreciate. Until next time, until Monday, we'll be streaming, same time as today. Take care of yourselves. Be very good to yourselves. I will be good to myself as well. And I will see you all again very, very soon indeed. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh my god, this game is so... like, it's weird. It's weird how addicting this game is. I love it. I really love it. Like, I don't know. It feels like at the start it's a bit slow. It takes a little bit to get into. But once it starts clicking, and you start going, oh, you can just reload. You should be reloading. Certainly on like multiple playthroughs, you should be reloading. You just make so much progress. You learn so much. You can do so much. So satisfying. Right, who are we gonna raid? Who's live tonight? Let's drop a raid on... oh, Yuri's up. Oh, we didn't get to celebrate her anniversary. Yeah. Oh, Veda as well. Oh, Veda's up. I've not seen Veda online for ages. Okay, right. Sorry, Yuri. We're raiding Veda. If you're not following Veda, you should follow Veda. Veda's fun. Anyway, take care of yourselves. Catch y'all very soon. Look forward to the game jam. Matane.